we're going to fail because people were terrible. But that's okay. We're going to do a different mission afterwards where the goal is to make a certain amount of money per month. It doesn't matter how long you take to do it. So we can't
Was
fail
anybody managing the janitors? I remember the janitors were a big thing.
I was, but it doesn't mean I did a good job of it. Oh, great. We started the game up and Schalke's shit immediately blew up. We started the game. What did he do wrong? Oh, what buttons? Trees. Trees. Oh god, everyone's dying.
I don't even see it.
Gosh, Schalke, what the fuck, man?
Sorry, I don't even see where it's... What is going on?
I don't either. What have we done?
What?
I just joined the game and Sharon Slaughtery. Oh, this might be a bug. Hold on, let me load the game again. Hopefully this doesn't kick everybody off. So I've loaded the game and I've paused it. So we started the game, Schalke, and one of your roller coasters was just chucking people off into space. So I've paused the game and I've closed the roller coaster. Are you guys still in? Or did you get kicked out?
Alright, well, it paused and unpaused.
Okay, I'm going to test that what goes up there around, and then for some reason this corner here didn't look like it was working, like everyone just fell off. Yeah, well, there wasn't anybody there. And I'm just pausing. Yeah. So it's like that piece there isn't real.
Yeah, I don't know whether the game, like, if I delete these in the middle and reconnect, whether it manages it always.
I'm just in the edit, and it looks like it's okay. I mean, I guess if I delete it and then recreate it. Oh, so simulate is right. So if you click simulate there, you get the ghost versions rather than having to actually get real people going around. Brilliant. I just thought we joined, and I was just explaining we're probably going to fail this year, and then suddenly everything just exploded.
We're starting a new park, right?
Yes, well, I was going to, but I thought we'd finish. You never know, we might succeed. We need to get 1,000 people in the park in 6 months. This is quite hard for the very first level, isn't it?
I remember flat rides were the key. With stuff like that.
Shaq, why are all these people moving back and forth? Can they not get out?
I figured that I make a cheap ride that makes people go, or there's no exit but go to an expensive ride.
Yeah, but they have to be able to exit the expensive ride or they're stuck there forever. They get really pissed off if you do that and the park rating will drop. Oh, okay, here we go. Cross cart is going around. So the grayscale ghost out carts, they are simulated ones. They're not actual real carts. So that's good. I remember transport rides being very good to the point where people didn't want to go on my roller coasters. They just wanted to get on my carts. Oh, look, it doesn't work. What the hell? Right, well, that's Schalke's ride, so I don't have to worry about it. Everybody else's is fine.
How you made a different colored track piece?
I don't understand. No, it's same on my screen.
The bit that you touched is white now on my screen.
Not on mine. Oh, I tell you what. While you guys are doing that, oh no, we'll do the level. I thought because there are some new levels that have been designed with the new limits because they've actually implemented much larger maps very recently, so you can have just insane maps.
I have a question.
Yes.
What's going on?
We were just going to finish off until we win or fail this map and then start a new one.
You want to get to 1,000 guests?
Is it 1,000? I thought it was
I don't know.
1,500.
I thought we already failed this one.
No, not yet. 1,500 guests by October. I don't know. We can take a vote. Who votes that this is utterly futile and there's no chance that we're terrible at this game?
Well, it's year 4, is that?
It's
still
6
within
months.
the limit?
6 months, yeah. We have to get 1,300 people into the park. No, not that many. Sorry. 700 more people in the park. We have to double our park capacity.
Before October.
Yeah, I
think it's
safe to say we're not going to do that.
No.
Are we all in favour?
Fine by me.
Okay. Right. Now, the one I wanted to try was Botany Breakers. So this one, it doesn't matter how long we do it, we have to achieve a monthly income of $10,000 from ride tickets. Do you guys have to rejoin, or are you already straight in?
Oh, I
That's
remember
strange.
this one.
Oh.
This one had janitor problems.
Oh god, I remember this one. So water rides to begin with? I guess?
Apparently the map seems to be ludicrously fast now, and I'm sure it wasn't like that the last time we played. I'm right dragging, and I have to do it just a tiny amount, otherwise it flies away.
Oh, no, I don't.
That's not normal, is it?
No.
Shouldn't be like that.
No.
Right, let me restart. Some weird window issue.
Well, as ever, I'll start off by having an information kiosk. And, balloons. Are we going to flatten the island or try and have, like... I'll try to work out what's the best way to deal with this. But we have, as long as we can't lose. Well, we can run out of money.
Water rights will circumvent the terraforming problem.
Yes. That said, you can just kind of build stuff out into the the blue yonder there. Or whatever colour the yonder is here. Information kiosk is open. Balloon stall is open. Dora, get off the keyboard. She managed to get something lost under my keyboard earlier. Now she thinks that it's constant of the keyboard. Get off the keyboard. Right, why can't I start my ride up?
Because the park's closed.
Is it? Oh, that's just, well, let's open the park. Because, as I said, we can only... Nope, still can't open my ride. What have I done wrong? There's no error messages. I do have a lot of debug display on the screen. Thank you. Dora, let me move the keyboard. There's nothing under my keyboard. There's nothing here. Look, here's the hairband you were playing with. And here's the offcut for my 3D print. Which one do you want? You can have one. Oh, she's deciding. And she's grabbed one with her paw and one with her mouth. The whole day I work, I program, I would happily and ecstatically have a distraction from Little Miss Princess Face. And now I don't want a distraction. Here she goes. Okay. Am I doing something stupid? Why can't I start this ride? I mean, wait, hold on. It doesn't have an entrance. Oh, I don't know how I managed to screw that up.
What, observation tower? Is that the ride?
Yeah, I can't turn it on. Wait, did someone just delete my entrance? Okay, that's twice the entrance has deleted itself then. Build entrance. Simulate ride. Yep, all looks good. And open. Oh, it's
Network desync detected.
yes, that happens, but I think it just means there has been a desync. Not, oh no, there's been a desync. Just it desynced.
Yeah, it's not like SnowRunner where it starts just screwing with everything.
So, are we going to try and flatten everything or work around the terrain?
Yeah, flattening everything would be
You can always
expensive, wouldn't
raise
it?
things up.
Extremely expensive.
How expensive?
Extremely. Like far more than we can possibly afford at this point, obviously.
So we are not like making money in order to terraform.
Yes, but we don't have the money to terraform at the moment. Was more what I was going for. Like I can make flat bits. That's about it. I just want to make a path. There we go. The sound is very good in this, which is surprising. Like as the park builds up, just the ambient noise of how busy the park sounds gets bigger. I was just kind of wondering about a transport ride, like all the way around the outside. But we've got money. I mean, go for it. I mean, the best way to make money is to build rides, and it's just then a question of staying on top of them and tweaking them. Like we've got big loan. We never went into the red last year. Oh, we'll turn on that cheat. We're going to play for a long time though. And the cheat is. Rides don't decrease in value over time. Because the silly thing is that has a solution, and the solution is just quite simply save your ride into a blueprint, delete it, and rebuild it. So it's like 3 clicks. It's not even if it's a challenge. Oh, what? You don't need to do that. You can just go up the bank. I was gonna make a flat bit for your entrance and a flat bit for your exit.
Yeah. You can go at the bank, but you have to have flat ground for your
Station.
for your entrance.
Well, got a flat entrance. I'm just trying to work out if I can solve the one on the far right. Oh, apparently you can build it hovering in the air. I'd have had the entrance at the other end, because if you put the entrance at the other end, you can have the queue there. Whereas at the end you've got no room to have a queue past it. I hope those words made sense.
Not really.
So if you put the entrance on the far left, assuming you haven't rotated your camera, then the queue can then go to the exit. As it is, you don't really have anywhere to put a queue. So then that would be the entrance. Sorry, that would be the exit, and then the queue can go there. Unless everyone comes along to have a look. Fuck off. That makes sense. So if you put the
Not really. No, I don't see why it matters which way around it's not like there's
because this has a queue of 6, whereas the other way you can have a maximum queue of 1 because you haven't left enough room. Big queues are important. I like.
There's a queue of 6.
See the yellow and grey stripy thing.
Yeah.
That's a queue,
Right.
and I've managed to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. And then we have a red slope that's only 1 square. So where it is, if you keep that there, I can only have a queue of 1. Because there's just not enough room to make any more queue.
Right, but I didn't make any of that. You made that.
Yeah, but,
You did everything.
but you can't do it
Well,
on the
I
other
just
side
placed it.
because you haven't left, there's no room. Like, we can't have the queue going along that slope. Because it's on a slope.
Yeah, but I hadn't done anything except place the building, so I hadn't done the terraforming or anything that I was going to do. So why does it matter? It doesn't matter. There is no left and right because I haven't done anything. So I don't understand the bit about you can only go to the left or the right. The world has no direction. Is what I'm getting at. Until you build it, it's just.
Well, I mean, what would you like to mean? You use compass directions? So you generally want the entrance to your ride to be further away than the exit, so your queue leads from the exit to the entrance. Does that make more sense?
The reason what you're saying doesn't make any sense is because I hadn't built anything else for your instructions to be relative to. There is no what I built doesn't have a left or a right or a clockwise or a counterclockwise because it's just one building and 4 bits of platform. So what I'm getting, I don't know how you can critique something that's barely there yet. It's like if I started to make a cake and I got the mixing bowl out and opened a packet of flour and then you came along and went, no, you can't add the eggs to that side of the bowl.
Well, I've given you a diagram to help you.
Okay.
Maybe have L and R drawn on your shoes. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what left and right are.
So my point is, one of the mistakes that some people make, not me, definitely not, is you don't leave enough room for the queue. So the way you've got it now, your entrance is towards the park rather than as far away from the park as you can. So you've left yourself no room to make a queue. Whereas if you put it on the...
There's a whole right, so there's a whole island
Yes.
to make room for the queue. Okay, so...
Well, no, because I don't think so. You've left yourself there's a total of 6 squares it can be in, none of which are 7, none of which are valid.
Why is there only... Where's this 6 coming from?
Well, they're like the 6 to the northeast of it are the only 6 valid tiles because you've got the park, which is kind of an immovable object, and your entrance, which is where it is, and that limits your options where you can build your queue.
Right, so you're saying because I've built it close to the entrance bridge?
Because you've built it close to the park. Like, your ride is a shape, and it has a bit of it that's close to the park and a bit of it's further away from the park. So if you put your entrance further away from the park, you can have a longer queue. I hope that makes sense.
When you say the park, you mean like where people are walking onto the island?
Yeah, just your connection to the park,
Right.
yeah.
Right, okay, and you're saying I've limited myself to 6 because what, the queue has to be a straight line?
I don't think there's anything cheap I can place to show you which 6 tiles I mean, but it's the 6
You
tiles...
mean the red carpet?
No, not the red carpet. The 6 tiles that are just sand. That's the only place you can have your queue. You can't have your queue on the red carpet because then your exit has to then somehow come out and then skip your entrance.
It's me, you know.
Yep, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Can you explain to me what Adam is failing to explain?
No.
Shalka, can you explain it?
I'm trying to say you should always leave lots of room for a nice big queue.
I agree with Adam on that.
Well, I agree with the idea that you should leave room for a queue. It's just that I was going to get the digger out and make space and so on. So
Okay.
How have I not left room? That's the bit I'm not understanding. Like,
Where
there's a
are you
whole island.
where are you going to dig to make a queue?
Why can the queue not go towards the green stuff and the trees?
Like, can't. But then, how are you going to get out? How are you going to have an exit if you put your entrance that way? You can't cross over your entrances and your exits. Your queues cannot cross over
I know how
a path.
I know how he could.
What,
he
you
could
can go-
put the entrance queue at right next to the exit, right? And it goes up. Replace the current thing into a corner where it's currently entrance, and make another corner. Come back down, corner, go back up, straight line into a corner, which we're gonna have to dig out of the hole, and then it goes over to the red carpet.
I hope you're following that. Excellent.
I'm absolutely just, yeah. Perhaps I'm not in the right mood for this.
No,
Crack on. I'll watch for a bit. And
no. All I'm saying is, what I can see what you've done there is you will dig yourself into a hole, pun intended, in about 15 minutes when your ride's finished. So I was trying to stave off you digging yourself into a hole, but I am happy to let you make your own mistakes. That is.
maybe I should. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe that's the only way to learn. I just don't see where. Given it's the start, we've just started. It's completely fresh. We've got a whole island to go at and digging tools.
And no money.
I don't understand why. Right, but I don't understand how after placing one building, I've dug myself into a hole. I don't get it. I just
Okay,
don't get it.
right, that's okay.
Surely you can do. Surely when you're just starting out and you've placed one thing, you can do anything, and the world's your oyster. So your queues can go anywhere. You know.
It's like a get off, Dora. It's like a living room. If the first thing you put down is your television, you stick it in one corner. It limits to really where you can put the sofa.
Is DJ talking about the underwater, land?
No, I haven't even worried about that. I'm not sure if we can buy our way.
Wait, Shaka, have you been listening this whole time and you don't understand it?
Well, I guess DJ's worrying about capacitance of the queue, but I don't really see how that's super doomed. But
Yeah, me neither at all. Maybe you just made presumption about. I don't know. I'll just watch and then
Well,
maybe I'll see the problem in a bit.
you've started your ride, so you know. I was only caring about the entrance and the exit. And you can do what you like with the rest of it. Can't go wrong. You have an entire ocean, almost literally. So who's doing?
I mean, I put down exactly 5 objects. I can't see. I just don't see how you can put down 5 objects and they're wrong. Because like, what the fuck kind of game is that where
No,
it's already wrong?
Carry on, and when you come round to actually making your entrance and exit, you'll see.
Okay.
I will delete all my gubbins. Wild. Hopefully we'll stop looking at it.
Yeah. Let me learn the hard way. You build something. In a few minutes, I'll probably go. Right, now I understand what you were trying to say.
I'm sure it's just my English. Who's doing the log flume, by the way?
what?
Log flume. Sorry, dinghy slide.
To do that, I'm doing a red half pipe.
There are two very important things. One, don't drop people in the ocean. That's frowned upon. And 2, if you have the crest of a hill and it's too fast and isn't covered, people will come off the track, which is not as funny as it sounds.
What's going on with the tower?
Does it just go up?
I think it's testing.
Oh, still? No, it can't. No, it's green. Yeah, it's set to green mode.
Well, I see the flag is green, but I see the name is in yellow.
That means it's open. Testing is blue. Oh, station style. Abstract.
Oh, right, never mind. That's the thing that I'm desynced on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I say it can desync, but it doesn't seem to matter very much. It just goes, oh, it's desynced. Does it matter? Nah.
Well, I don't see guests using it.
I have a... Yeah, well, hold on. It's just gone down. And then the door's open, and a bunch of guests have just come out. I mean, you can reconnect. It is very quick. Like, very quick.
When I click on the red, it says nobody's in the queue.
Where do you see queue length?
Let me reconnect to see what happens.
I mean, obviously, I've done a brilliant job with my queue there. I haven't paused. Dora! We had a plumber over earlier, and I think he freaked Dora out, and she's still like, I love you, Daddy. Don't let the nasty plumber man, who was trying to be nice to you. She just hid behind my monitor. I do like the way, Shaka, your ride has no water in it at all. Like, you can't see any visual water.
Well, if one of the things is open, ends of it.
Yeah, but like in reality, they have jets of water running down them, and they pump water all the way around. I'm tempted with the truck.
Okay, now it's working.
So we have 2 transport rides, but they are miniature railways. So I've done that before. You could do a miniature railway from one side of the level to the other. Let's see if we can't make a path over to Schalke's red wetness. Don't call it that. Oh, comes our first test thingy. But if you get too carried away, the dinghies actually go in the air, and the trick is then to put a roof so that people don't go in there. They just smack their head on the roof. They don't mind that. It's a great little physics simulation as well, running on those little dinghies. Oh, is it going to make it? Yes.
This is probably very mild ride.
That's fine. Can't have all thrill rides. Different people want different types of ride. I hate the early stage of having to like worry about how much you terraform rather than just go, right, the entire world is this height. Oh my god, Dora. Tail out my mouth. I like the way that people have no sense. So I've just built a little bit of the path out towards Schalke's ride, and people are immediately walking down it like, oh, what's down here? There's nothing down here. Go away.
Now the simulation doesn't produce test results.
No, that just makes sure it doesn't crash. So, as I said, Shaka, you want the entrance as far away as you can from the park.
For what effect?
Well, build your entrance and your exit while you wait for your simulation results, and it'll probably all become clear. Also, bear in mind, your ride does have a direction, and you want people to get on at the front of the ride and get off at the back, because that's where they actually physically are.
Oh, so I should swap around this problem.
I love they walk all the way out here and go, ugh, and then walk away again. I don't know if I'd get away with building a transport ride if it would just bankrupt us. The silly thing is, I'll build a transport ride to the other side of the map and there won't be anything there yet. But there's no time limit on this mission, so we can't fail as long as we don't go bust. It's quite hard to do.
You'd be surprised. I'm watching the finances. It's going very close.
No, we haven't like even started on our loan yet, so we've got huge amounts of loan we could dip into if we need to.
We've already got loan.
Yeah, but only our starter loan. Like we I don't know what our max loan is, but we never hit our max loan limit on the last level. But if we take away construction, I'm guessing we're making a profit. Quite hard to tell. Yeah, we're making $250 a month, and losing about slightly less than that in research loan and shop stock. Shop stock. What are the buttons? There they go. Great. So I've now got. If you press 8, it shows you the height of things, but it draws the trees in front of the debug info. Can't construct this here. Too high for supports. I want a gradient on my transport railway. We've won an award for the tidiest park in the country. Oh, great. I've just spent all our money getting some of the way across the island. We don't have a We don't have a mechanic, so I've hired one.
So if the queue is full, probably they won't enter the queue there, but rather pass on.
They'll pass on, yeah.
So if you have too long queues, then they're gonna complain about queue times, right?
I don't think that's a thing.
But they're perfectly happy to be forever on the queue.
I mean, it's me. You might remember better than me. I think so. I don't think they actually care about how long they're in the queue. Just don't think that's.
I remember having massive queues like 10 to 15 tiles long.
They might care, but if so, I've forgotten that they care. As far as I know, you can just put them in a queue and they're like, brilliant. I'm on the ride. I could be wrong.
I think that calls for testing.
I wish the day-night cycle didn't darken the UI.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? You can turn off the day-night cycle, but I really like the
The lighting.
Yeah. Now, is it possible to have this as a forwards and backwards railway? 6 trains, 2 cars per train. Can I have it as 1 train? 2? No, okay. Continuous circuit. Shuttle mode. Okay, cool. Shuttle mode. Oh. Why am I limited to 2 cars per train then? I'll convert this into a continuous circuit when we're rich enough. So people will go to the other end of the island, buy some food, and then come back again. So hold on, which side do they get off? Get off here, so the air exit goes there. Dora has spent more time on my desk in the last 38 minutes than in the last 6 months. Yeah, should get more plumbers over. What do you mean for a fireman? If you set the house on fire, I will not be happy. I wonder if it's possible to have it so the only way to get to a particularly attractive ride is to take a ride on a very expensive transport ride, or whether or not it just doesn't work like that. Like, I don't know whether the AI purposely go, I want to go on the... and they'll go and do that, or whether or not they just wander around and then see something and they go, oh, that'll do. Okay, test. Oh my god, this is the slowest thing ever. Hey Max.
Hello.
This is bizarre. This tram acts like a roller coaster, not like a tram.
Or is the tram to get people from one end of the
Parts
area
together,
to the
yeah. Well, we charge for it, but yes.
So does that mean we have to go deleting the trees at the other end to put some things down there?
Not yet, but my God.
Or is it? It's just like a massive island.
Yes, but we don't have a time limit on this. All we have to do is hit £10,000 a month of.
£10,000 a month. Wow.
A month, yeah, but we take as long as we like to do it. So I thought might be quite suitable.
You've got to terraform the bloody. Or, not terraform, but you've got to flatten it. There's trees everywhere. It's all like lumpy bumpy.
You don't have to, but it will be easy if you can. But obviously, that requires a lot of money. So let's just check what people think. Wobbler's Wet Slithering was great. I've already got a park map. This park map is really good value. Nobody says that. But yeah, don't. Be careful, Max. It's very easy to just get rid of all the money.
Spending £13 a tree, I delete.
Yeah, but don't. What you're building there? You're going to build it that end?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I thought it makes sense. If you've got the tram, you need people to come down here. So.
Yeah, but you can just click on. You not have see-through vegetation. So on the eyeball, click on see-through vegetation. Then you can just pretend there are no trees. Makes me happier.
Eyeball. Oh, okay. See through vegetation. It's a pity they haven't got the same sort of open TTD terrain deformation system where you sort of pick a point and all of the vertices are connected to that point sync.
Yeah, you can do.
At the same time.
Yeah, you can do.
How do you do that?
I think that's the mountain tool.
Enable mountain tool. Oh, I see. Does that do that?
Yeah, but that's so I'm doing it tile by tile because it just is the money.
-20, what I'd like to spend. Let's see that down by 1.
But I'll flatten out this railway as time goes on. How is Schalke's rating anyway? Low, and low. It's fine. What's my ones? Oh, no test results yet. So we have all of them are low. I should name my ride. Oh, I can't call it I want to because I ran out of room. I don't know what happens if I were to take loads of people to the other end of the station and then shut. I don't know what happens if they can't route find to the other side of the map without the transport ride being open. Well, I think they might just start to walk across the map. I don't really know. But for some reason I can't. I can have if I can make this into a loop, which I guess I can do by just spending more money. I can have more trains. But I can't do it for some reason. I can't have one big train. I can only have one small train or 6 small trains. And we can have extra stations along the way as well. I want to go on something more thrilling. I can't find Wet Wobbler's Slithering.
That seems like he's specifically trying to go there.
That does. Though, given that the entire level we've got is a linear path, I'm a bit confused how he's lost. Careful not to dead end it, by the way. Because we want... we want it a bit like IKEA. I guess we can go round. There.
I was going to put a balloon shop down this end.
I put a hat shop. If you put the balloon shop.
Look, suddenly there's a massive load of people turned up down this end to go to the whatever that is.
Well, yeah. Bear in mind, once they get there, the only thing they can do is come back. Make sure you put the balloon shop to be a different colour to the one at this end.
Yes, I don't know how to do that before I've put it down though.
Oh, no, just put it after, do it after you put it down. But just then we can tell where the only place people can get hats is from that end of the park.
Red balloons, 90p.
I don't know.
Also, I put the same price throughout the park. I put it to £1.
Yeah, I always keep the default prices, but if someone goes, this is good value, that's it, I crank it up.
Not good value anymore. Ha ha ha! You fool. I would put a red path down because it looks cheap. And of course, I put the thing round the wrong way.
If you can, make it so when they come out of the park, out of the exit from the transport ride, the only thing they can do is to walk past all the shops and then go in. That makes sense?
Bugger!
I
demolished the balloon stall because it was round the wrong way, and now it's out of money
Oh.
to put another one up.
That's okay. We're let's run out 25,000 line.
Lovely.
Right, there's a profitable boat hire.
That's someone's making profit.
What's the issue? Perhaps now that it's running, you can explain.
Okay. Huh?
So people they come in the entrance, they take a boat out, they get off, and 75% of them are satisfied. So what's the issue?
There we go, Max. So now they have to come out there, around, walk past 2 shops, and then get back on the other ride. I think they. Oh no, they think they might be complaining. What's he thinking? Oh, he's just walking. Cool. Well, you don't have. So your queue is only 1 square long. So lots of people are coming to the ride, and they won't be able to queue up because there's not enough room for them. Whereas if you look at the other rides with longer queues.
I didn't make that bit. You made that bit.
No, I didn't. You've got a queue on the exit. I don't think that does anything to it. I think it just works as a normal path, but I didn't make the entrance queue. So if you see how I've done Tower 1, that's shit. If you see how I've done there and back again, that's awesome.
Okay.
Shaka is experimenting with how long a queue he can make for people just die in the queue, apparently. Do you think so, Max? It looks like these people. Do you think we should put a thrill ride here if we can fit one in?
Where are we talking about? Sorry, where?
In front of the balloon stand. Do you think you could put? Oh, yeah, toilets. Good plan. If you put the only toilets at the end of a train ride, brilliant.
Yes. It's also cost 10p as well.
Can you
minimum income to catch it? Need to cover the costs.
Could you put a thrill ride of some description? Let me rephrase that.
That's the one with the eyeball popping out of his head.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. Can you put the thrill ride? Can you put that like opposite the balloon stall? You know, flatten it out, do what you need to do.
Okay. You can actually put it down. It puts like a truss underneath it to lift it up, but that means it's going to be a nightmare trying to find somewhere putting an entrance next to it. So I will flatten it.
So why do I want a long queue? Like there's all the boats are at Newton. There's always 5 people in the queue. Why do I want a long queue?
So, as far as I know with the game, if someone goes, I want to go on that ride, and if they can't go on it, they aren't so happy. But as far as I know, they don't give a shit if they queue up forever. No one in this queue is like, well, fuck this queuing bollocks. They kind of drop out the simulation almost. So long queues.
That's the weirdest thing to leave out of a theme park simulator.
It is, isn't it? But again, it's played it, but it's been a long time. I don't recall ever there being an issue with really long queues. But it sucks up capacity from your park, which is quite important. And then people don't.
So they're happy as long as they're queuing. They're happy.
Well, it was written by a British developer.
British institution.
Queue simulator. That's what we're trying to achieve.
But the thing is, if if someone gets in the queue, they can't change their mind. So when they're in the queue, they will absolutely give you money as well. Whereas right now, people who are turning around and walking away again aren't giving us money.
Which is ridiculous because the queue's only 3 people long. Why are they walking away?
Because you've determined the queue. You're not allowed to queue outside the queue.
Right.
Pretty sure there's a whole skit in Hitchhiker's Guide about this. Okay, I'm just gonna slightly tweak the. I'm sorry. Is there a way to start edit? Ah, right click. Okay.
Anyway, I didn't build the queue. I only placed the building.
I didn't build the queue. I left everything as it was.
It built itself.
No. Unless somebody else did it, but it weren't me.
I see a balloon to pop.
Oh. So this game predates even the concept of achievements.
You got to have somewhere showing the achievements to people to make them worth having in the first place.
Yeah,
suppose.
I mean, you had New Game Plus or whatever, but yeah, achievements didn't come in till the Xbox. Was the Xbox? Did the Xbox have achievements?
It does now, obviously.
Yes.
No. I know the Xbox 360 did, but did Xbox?
I specifically remember that everybody was saying that when World of Warcraft introduced achievements, that everybody was like, "Oh, they're copying Xbox."
Achievements went live in 2010. Yeah, it was Xbox achievements launched with the Xbox 360. Wow. Because Sony obviously copied it with the trophy stuff, because it's a fucking great idea. Don't think Nintendo ever did they? They don't have a
No.
platform-wide. Well,
Fires the fuck out of me to do stuff.
When does Steam add achievements then? Oh, 2007. Hold on. However, following the proven popularity and success of Microsoft Xbox achievements, the Steam achievement system was... The Steam achievement system was introduced to launch the Orange Box in 2007.
Had Half-Life in it.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense because the Xbox came out in... No, the Xbox came out in 2006. Yeah, so it would have been...
The Xbox came out in like 2001 or 2000 or something.
Yeah. Xbox 360 was 2006, sorry. That would have made sense. So it wasn't 2010, it was 2006. But I could just look at the Wikipedia page on achievements. Yeah, introduced to E3 in 2005. So yeah, 2008, 2007, Valve added achievements. 2008, Sony added trophies. 2011, Apple added achievements. Kindle didn't add achievements till 2012. Not sure how that works.
I'm sorry, did you just say Kindle achievements?
Yes, 2012 they added achievements.
So on right, there's customer info, then you can see all thoughts about that ride.
Yes.
One of the thought type is that I have been queuing for a long time to this.
Right now, all of the thoughts say I'm not going on there while it's raining. I've been queuing for ages. Says Millie J, who is right at the front. So there is I mean, yours is. Where's Millie J? 1, 2, 3, 4. So probably 8 to 10 tiles looks to be optimal. Although I guess it's how long they've been queuing. So it does partly depend on the throughput as well, which you can tweak. Of course, you can always have the throughput of your ride higher at the cost of not making the ride so good. Carl S says, I want to go home and this park is really clean and tidy. Then why aren't you staying, Carl, if it's so tidy?
Everybody wants to go on something more thrilling.
Yeah, well, Max is making a thrilling ride, but he hasn't opened it yet.
Also, they've been queuing for Astro trucks for ages.
Which one's Astro Trucks?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the popular guest thoughts.
So that video you linked earlier, who was that? Michael Gove, was it?
Yeah.
What? Who is he?
He's the levelling up minister.
No, really.
Levelling up.
What's he actually?
Yeah, that's what he is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
What? We actually have a minister for levelling up.
Yep.
Doesn't mean anything to do with games, unfortunately.
You voted for it.
I did not. Did 1984 start and I just wasn't paying any attention?
Possibly.
And then we had the Minister for Levelling Up. No, he's not really called that. He has to be like the Secretary of Transport or something.
I think somebody thinks that this is a Ready Player One future.
This is really annoying. I have to keep turning the cease vegetation on. Seems incapable of managing it on its own.
There we go. I've the ride's less ridiculous now. Michael Gove. Sorry, he's the Secretary of State for Housing, Communities and Local Government. God, for a minute I thought he was actually called the Minister for Levelling. Oh no, never mind. He is the Secretary of State for Levelling Up, Housing and Communities. What the fuck? So I went from that's quite funny to don't be ridiculous to just sadness, really.
Yeah.
The good thing about that...
It's not a simulation.
Have you been to Cinema Deluxe, by the way, which is the View slightly better cinema chain?
No.
Okay. Well, because, you know the phrase, show don't tell?
Wait, are you going to borrow some money? Because there's none at the moment.
I can do if we need some more money. We're at 30,000 now. Oh, that's it. Nope, we're at limit, so now we need to start being profitable. So you know the phrase show don't tell? Well, Cinema Deluxe don't. So they tell you how good everything is endlessly throughout your cinema experience. Here's how good the sound is. But they have a whole bunch of phrases they use during their advertising, and I think that's why they call it leveling up. One of them is wall-to-wall picture, crystal clear definition, and no, is it crystal clear definitions? No, let me look it up a second. But basically, they have a whole bunch of things you can't argue aren't true. Oh yes, they deliver a picture in crystal clear definition with fully immersive sound. That's it. And also,
headphones are sold.
Well, it's also wall to wall, and they had to put a sign up during Transformers going, there are bits of this show that aren't wall to wall. You don't get your money back, even though that's the case. But I feel that the Minister for Leveling Up is the same thing, because is he helping people level up? Who knows? He might be. So, Shalka, why don't you reduce... Oh, you can't set the time. Oh, you can't tune it. That's interesting.
Maybe some upright types will have more tunings.
I thought they all did. Like, you can just say how many spins there are.
Can you lot start making some money, please, so I can finish my footpath?
Working on it. Are we actually profitable?
Maybe not.
Well, hopefully, else we're in trouble because we're out of money.
Give me a moment to do the math. Hold on.
There should be a button just marked. Okay, so no one can build anything. Please, no one build anything, because if we stay. So far we've made £7.60 this month. We need to make.
You're looking for a ride on that one. You want to make this one a bit shorter?
Well, we need to make £480.
The Astro trucks.
No, we need to make £580 a month.
Yeah, make the rides last less time.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think Schalke can.
Well,
You have to take it offline to do that, I think.
Well, I've increased the speed of Schalke's lift chain. That will speed that up.
Speed ring.
You need to close the unprofitable rides and just keep the profitable ones open for a bit.
I think they're all profitable. I hope so.
Let's see how many people come across on this tram of yours.
Are there? So their unbacking is making £1 an hour.
Wow.
Sorry, £107 an hour. I don't know why I said £1. Wow, Schalke's was making £600 an hour.
I think that's a big line for my thrill ride. Come on, thrill ride.
Astro
Oh, wow,
Trucks
we've got
is
three
making
people, 4 people.
Astro Trucks is making £10 an hour. Observation Tower £700 an hour. What's the problem? Negative £37.
Oh, hang on a minute. It was
shut-
making a
it's
profit,
shut
but then you told me it wants a longer queue. So
You've got £23. You could put down two tiles. That should be enough.
have I? I thought it's.
£40. You better put down
Oh,
enough tiles. Sorry, I've been looking at total profit. So Schalke's making
you got
Gone.
where are you seeing that you've got
We have
£40? I'm seeing.
Oh, now we have negative
minus
50.
300.
We
Yeah.
did have enough.
Oh, Astro Trucks is broken.
Yeah, Schalke, did you ever make an exit from Astro Trucks?
I just hike up the price and they seem to respond.
You never made an exit. The exit has no path. I have.
Have to come from the.
I mean, I'll just make it because it's not really optional. As soon as we have enough money. But yeah, you're probably off better making that queue shorter, really.
I didn't realise it's struggling.
What? You've changed your tune. You wanted long queues a minute ago.
Yeah, but Schalke was experimenting with how long is too long, and he found the answer, and the answer is that long.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but he did make it like 40 tiles long. There we go, Schalke. I made an exit, and there's a bit of queue that we're just using as a road. They've got 26... How much money do you think they've got, Si?
At the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, in red, it says minus £261.40.
Well, it's wrong.
Right,
There we
you're
go.
out of sync.
I've connected up your road, your thing.
How? What was the problem? I can't figure out what you did.
Your exit didn't have any path coming from it. In fact, it still doesn't. Did you? Did I delete it? No. Well, I need £5. Oh, we have negative £100. I think we're teetering and not making a profit, which is good. I think we could probably make the train ride a bit more expensive.
If I had $48, I could have a profit-making ride again.
But it's connected up. I've built the ramp. Can you not see the road? I finished.
No.
Oh, reconnect. Yeah, I've built the 3 remaining tiles. Maybe we should also slightly increase the price of our food and drink too.
But
I guess there's nothing stopping us firing the handymen and then only bringing them on when a ride breaks down.
the handymen are supposed to be picking up the litter, aren't they?
No, sorry, mechanic. Sorry, mechanic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so the train doesn't make a lot of money, but it does make a big chunk all in one go as everybody goes through. I sped your lift chain up slightly, Shalcron, wet wibbly wobblers. And as soon as I fix your exit, because people are bitching about it a lot.
They can't find Twisted Melon. Why are people saying they can't find? Because they can't walk to it.
Maybe.
Let's take the train.
My heart bleeds.
Lots of hungry. Lots of I want to go. Oh wow. So if you click on the all guest summarized thoughts, the biggest thought is I'm hungry. Not the only food stall is the one at the far end of the train.
Oh.
Like,
Then-
it's a souvenir store. That's supposed to be serving food.
That-
Put food somewhere else.
That should be a good priority then.
Oh, that's what I was going to put down, wasn't I? I didn't get around to it because we went out of money.
We are just about making money though. We're not losing money, we are making money.
Yeah.
Just. So it's about £100 a month to run it. Oh, hold on, I could turn the research down as well. Minimum funding, no funding then. That'll save us a bunch of money. Come on, I need £12. So what's happening, Shaka? People are walking out of the back of your ride and just falling onto the ground. And they don't like that.
I think you might be assuming too much with people in placing all the food through the train. I think what you've done is instead of... I don't think the peeps are smart enough to realize that they have to get on the train to get to the food.
No,
So
I
what you've
agree.
done is instead is you've rewarded people who've gone on the train. Yes, you can get food, and everybody else, you don't get food.
As soon as we have £300, I will place a sub sandwich stall.
I just think people give the AI too much for granted
I
as
think
far as
I
how
think-
smart they think it is.
I think they mostly just wander around, and if they go near a queue, they go, "Shall I go on this?" Because sometimes they go on it, going,
Yeah.
"I don't like this. It was too thrilling." It's like, well, don't fucking go on it then.
Too thrilling.
Too thrilling.
That's
They had
why
too
you
much fun.
put
I know.
certain things in certain areas. So if somebody's in an area that's like, oh, that's a bunch of thrill rides and they don't like thrill rides, you can pick them up and move them to somewhere that they like.
Cool. So our car-
I
Yeah.
suggest the mistake is having that great big train in the middle, which just delays all of the logic.
no, because it makes us money. We actively get cash from those idiot people. I don't know if there's a way to easily glance at profit per hour, but the train is making us £400 an hour. Wobbler's wet slithering is 1,700 per hour. Observation Tower 1 is a crappy £200 an hour. What's the problem? £704 an hour.
What Twisted Melon?
I don't know. If you click on it, and then click on the picture of the money, it's £570 an hour. I love the way it's per hour, but we are making money, but we're only... We're making like £25 a week. So if there's anything we can tweak... So if you have a long queue, and you can make the ride go quicker... So Shaka, why can't we change the number of spins on space rings?
You don't know.
Because you can normally change all of this stuff.
Yeah, but keep eye on the queue as I raise the price on Aster Trucks.
Oh, you're going to crank the price up just to suck. See, now that might be considered cheating, and I like it. So what you mean is build an enormous queue, get everyone in the queue, then crank the price up to £1,000, and just be like, what are you going to do? Though, bear in mind, and if I look on the first person in the queue, he has £54 in his pocket. And all he's bought so far is a balloon. That's all he's bought from the park.
Last time when I racked up the price...
Oh, yeah, people are leaving the queue. Everyone's leaving the queue. The 100% leaving of the queue right now. That's too expensive. Then go to a different park. Yep, well done, Shouka. Everyone's left. Maybe £1. Yeah, everyone has left the queue. Maybe £1.50. That's an interesting way of finding out what people's tolerance is, though, isn't it? So I'm trying to save up £300 to build a sub sandwich stall, so we can make money. That should be a good earner because everyone's hungry. So please do not spend any money. Just watch other people. Yep, Shouka still 100% of people are saying too expensive. What was the price of it at?
Something quite low because previously it was too high.
But what was the price before you started messing with it? Do you not remember?
I think I did rise it to 2 or something. It came up with like 50 cents.
Well, £1.10 everyone is happy with. Come on, £128, £141. Well, oh no! Oh, right, never mind, sorry. I thought that it depends where we place it. We're halfway to our subway stall. Is there a way to organise... hold on. Profit. There we go. So, who has made the most profitable ride? Shouka. Followed by Izzard, followed by Max. And my two are just terrible.
Maybe there's a reason I wasn't listening at the start.
Litter. There's probably litter on the park, apparently.
Yeah, we can't afford anyone. But you do have a nice queue now. Fedora points.
Yeah, but my point was, it was always going to have a nice queue. I hadn't built anything yet.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure just you pounced on it and I hadn't done anything yet.
The hat stalls, by the way, are both making a loss somehow. How are they? What's Fedora points? Is that a hat stall? How are you making? I guess not enough. I guess there's just not enough people in the park.
So I want to add some more boats, but I'm a bit scared to close the ride because it seems to be holding up the entire park's building ability at the moment.
Yeah. What's the problem on wet wobblers withering? Wobblers wet slithering. Wobblers wet slithering. Are making about £3,000 an hour. Yeah, £3,000 an hour. Now, as soon as we've got a subway stall, I'm sure that will be all of our problems solved. But I mean, do you feel so? I don't know what the limit is on the boat ride, by the way.
No, I'll find that out next. First, I'm going to rename it to something much less easy to say.
No.
Yeah.
Flarty Bart fast.
Too easy.
Yay! Wait, what?
Oh, it's food in the country.
When you say worst, you know.
Worst.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean worse. We've got one way of getting food, and it's a subway stall.
Worst.
Yeah, but it might be brilliant food, but would you know? If I find anyone complaining about the food, I'm going to drop them in the ocean.
Because this is a bit. Oh, if I link those up, hold on. I think I need to put one little piece of park square so they can go back round. The others they just have to go. Yes, let's do that. Yes, made pretty easy.
Do we pay back the loans, by the way, so that we can borrow some more again at some point? Cause
That's a great plan.
can't build anything.
Yes, when we've made £9,995 more pounds, I'll pay back some loan. But yeah, we will obviously pay back loan when we can. But we are making profit. We are making...
on my screen, it says we've got £50 according to my screen.
Yeah, £55.70. But we are making £148 a week profit right now. So that's good. £260 a week profit. You think that'd be recalculated every week, but no. I love the way Max at this other end, they're just walking around in circles going, oh, fuck it, I will buy a balloon then. There's nothing else to do. And eventually they go, oh, fine, I will go on the transport ride.
Basically, two things to do, isn't it? Buy a balloon, buy a hat, buy an umbrella.
Go to the
use
toilet.
the toilets, and go on the
And leave.
slightly more thrilling ride than anywhere else. Yeah.
I mean, we can build a pathway out there.
But that's going to be bloody expensive, and I'm trying to put a food stall down it.
Another food stall.
There's only one. There's one over your end, which has been rated worse in the country, and then there's nothing over this end. When you get this end, you're like, hungry.
Shit.
I'm hungry. Yeah.
I guess we'll have to see.
Hungry.
I guess we'll have to see how it goes. Yeah. So right now, our hat stalls are still making a loss, which is annoying.
I have a question.
I'm going to reduce the price of our hats, but what's your question?
Do the litter bins actually make a difference to the litter?
Yes, but we
Or
haven't,
is it pretty different?
but we haven't got
If
any money.
you have a janitor.
Well, it costs £3 to put down. They're not that expensive.
Yeah, but bear in mind, we are making... we're making £146 a week, so you can put down 15 bins a bit more than that. Not very many bins a week.
4 bins down in my end. That's what I wanted to do.
Unfortunately, people are unhappy. That means they smashed up all the benches. Si, are you sure you want to go with swan boats? Because you can do jet skis, which sounds like it might be a lot funnier.
No, it has to be swans.
Does it have to be swans? So do they have more excitement and intensity?
No, that's not the reason.
What's the reason?
You will see.
Favorite ride for 8 visitors.
Broken.
Sorry?
Astro Trucks has broken down.
Yeah, no, what did Shauka say? Something about the number of visitors.
There's a stat of how many visitors have that as their favorite. There's 8 visitors that think that Astro Trucks is the best ride.
Well, I think because... No, now what you've got here, Shauka, this is called psychology. So what's happened? You made them queue so long they think it's good, when in fact it's not. That's what's happened. It's the sunk cost fallacy, though it is closed right now.
Damn it, can't fit my name in for the ride.
Is it swans galore? Right, 6 weeks, 1 sounds 50.
South!
That's his.
Couldn't fit it in.
So,
It's a south. It's like a motorway sign that doesn't fit.
why is no one queuing up for my observatory? Get the fuck in my observatory.
Because they've seen everything.
I seem to have very different states, so I'm gonna try to reconnect to check out the terrain.
Yes, I mean, we should probably keep up with the patches and things this, because it is... I don't know when the multiplayer came in. They do a nightly build. Oh, yeah, stable build was 16 days ago.
Is it better to have a ride wait till it's full?
Depends on the ride. If it's a ride that's very short, no. If it's a long ride, like the train ride, yes, because you don't want to move halfway. So yeah, it depends.
Okay, well, the exciting ride I've got this end, I've got wait for full load turned on. But the people are just not going to see it, even though I've dropped the price by half.
That just means I don't want to. Bear in mind, I have ticked the box that says rides don't get old. I can just remember. I'll bring that dialogue back up again. Yeah, so rides do not decrease in value over time.
Just thinking about the amount of litter in your park. Check where your handyman are and consider organising them better.
We don't have the money.
Your park is awarded the safest park in the country. Oh, now it's time to get our queue. Right, okay. I'll pop the ride up, price up. Once they're on the queue,
Yeah, no, they will leave the queue if the once they get to the front of it, they will go. No, screw this. It's too expensive. Shalka did this experiment earlier, sadly.
what was the maximum? What was the tolerable maximum?
Well, it depends because it's a different. So the amount of money they'll pay. So you've got it set to 9 rotations.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of money they will pay for that many rotations. So if you set it to 1 rotation, you can get more people through, but you'll have to spend
Put the price down.
Put the price down, but you'll get more people per hour through it. So it's a bit of a catch-22. It's not that
I had it at £3 an hour. There wasn't enough people coming past. So I thought if you drop the price, then more people might actually come into it.
Well,
I'll leave it at £2.
We continue to make about £150 a week profit.
Slow, catchy monkey.
Well, I'm wondering if we need to. SB, are you worrying about handy people?
Yes, because the chief complaint is the trash is really bad.
Yes, good, excellent.
Another food stall down at my end.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we should get rid of that. So our hat stalls are still making a loss.
I'm the single person wearing a yellow hat, by the way. But I put the price up on the cuddly toys and the umbrellas.
So it's worth keeping an eye on this. But if you click on the show financial options, sorry, no.
Oh, cuddly toys are too expensive. Okay, that can go down in price. A whole pound.
Yes, if you click on the 4th icon along from the left, rides attractions, you can look at the profit of all of the rides in the park and all of the food stalls as well. So you can see how they're doing. The toilets are actually losing us money. We put the price of toilets.
Because they're free.
We put the price of toilets up to like 10p. Just. I'd like to make profit off our toilets because I'm an evil man.
Yeah, I don't know who said it's free.
Me.
Yeah, screw that. Our goal is we can have people happy later on. Right now, we want them poor.
Oh wow, I've got a button there that says open or close all rides and attractions. Won't be clicking that back.
Don't click that one. Get your tail out my mouth, you horrible beast. So Wobbler's Wet Slithing is still making the most money, very closely by 6 Sleek Swans Swam Swiftle. And then Twisted Melon is actually way down, and Astro Trucks is way down in profit now. Which partly will be down to weather. So when it's not very nice weather, people don't like going on it. I do like the amount of introspection available. Like, show me everyone thinking thoughts about this thing, or show me everybody having actions about this.
Some people are saying they can't find it.
Yeah, that what? Not people at your end, surely.
No. Well, I don't know where they are. So
Yeah, people at the other end. Yeah, I mean, I might be able to hook it up, but that's probably all of our current money.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Well, we have 300. Well, I mean, I'm not sure what
It'd be
our...
better to close all these rides at this end and the train, because then
No.
you've just got all that sort of short bit they walk around and come back from. That's
Well, no,
it.
but that's making lots of money.
The train, yeah.
Well, and
You know, we're making the train do a loop.
yes.
This island was flat, really.
No, there is way to make it do a loop, but that requires about £4,000.
Oof.
Profit. So yeah, the balloon stalls are making profit. Both Subway sandwich stalls making a profit. Yellow hats, small loss. Hat stall 1, big loss. I'm going to rename that to red hats. Toilets are still making negative £49 an hour. There we go. 10 pence. Let's see if that... Because that's £100 an hour we're losing just on having toilets.
Oof.
There's it's an island. They can just go and piss in the lake. I don't care.
And squat in the corner.
No, I'm sorry. You take your poo home. I'll be checking. If you weigh less when you leave than when you got there, I'll be taking money out. Yeah, there you go. Toilets are now much less loss an hour. What are people thinking about the toilets? An odd thing. There and back again is really good value. Not for long.
A-ching!
This
Can
subway...
you put more trains on the there and back
Not
ride?
without making it a loop.
Oh.
And there are no
It's
points.
got a massive station this end.
The goal was to have it as a big loop, but we ran out of cash.
Ah.
And then I could put multiple stops on it, so then you go around and you can come off.
Where you want. Yeah.
But yeah, when we're rich, that'll happen. I think what I would normally do in single player is hit the fast forward button for a while, but that doesn't seem to be an option.
And what happens if you default on the loads? Does anything happen?
I think you fail the level.
Oh. Those things we're not researching. We've got no nicer thrill rides.
Oh. Yes. Yeah, we could do some more exciting rides. I may have accidentally pressed a button that I didn't understand, sorry.
Seems to be getting more positive ratings than negative ratings.
Oh yeah, people are happy with the park.
The balloon, the balloon, yeah.
What did you do?
I clicked on large tram, but nothing happens. I clicked on it again, and then I realised that something had happened. So yeah, we've just got an influx of people. So please milk them.
Does this mean that if I hike the prices, then
No.
I will have?
Now we'll get to the front of the queue going, fuck this. Do you know what do you know what the most profitable thing is in our entire park? It's information kiosk 1.
That's where the massive surge of people is, isn't it?
I just think it's because quite a large percentage of people go, I'll get a balloon, so I'll get an umbrella and a park map. So I doubt these...
And one of the most popular opinions is, I've already got a park map.
Well, they are idiots, but we did know this. That's one of my most favourite things. Like, hello, sir. What do you think? And he goes, I've already got an umbrella. Okay, sir. Thank you very much for taking part in this interview. So I haven't clicked it, but there is a button that allows you to put coasters longer, which wasn't a limitation. It wasn't a balance limitation of the original game. It was a performance limitation. So you can actually have much longer coasters, like longer trains on your coasters. Oh, why are you being being so cuddly. It's very nice, but I don't understand it.
Feed me, father.
No, she's not. She's not food motivated. It's odd. She just wants attention and love. But normally she wants it, well, I'll say on her own terms. But she's just constantly walking over my lap, just ignoring me, just walking past and past and past. But yeah, I think we've buggered it up. We're not going to lose, but I think we have buggered it up slightly by not making stuff that's profitable enough. Oh, our weekly profit.
I mean, I didn't want to say I told you so, but
I thought our loan would be bigger than that. I mean, overall, we're making profit on everything. Just not by... We don't have anything that's really raking it in.
So how long does one visitor stay?
Until he runs out of money or gets tired or pissed off.
So I guess it's gonna self-balance on, I guess, crowdedness.
Yes. And say one thing I have mentioned, mostly for Sai. Have you noticed how people keep moving the goalposts on what they need for an electric car? I've seen someone genuinely say he often drives 3,000 kilometers for a weekend. Like, really? Like, does anyone believe that? Like, honestly? That's averaging 41 kilometers an hour for 72 hours. Like,
So we've done something. We're losing guests like mad.
yeah, because they probably don't. Well, let's see. Oh, he ran out of happiness. Fair enough. Because you see, you can click on any given person and see what they think. So this person provides ride with intensity between 3 and 6, and he doesn't have that.
Too crowded, it says.
Oh yeah, too crowded. That's yeah. I didn't mean to click the button. I expected something to happen. I went, oh, it didn't happen.
How are we doing for ride profits now?
Wet Wobblers, no. Wobblers Wet Slithering is 1900. 6 Slick Swan Swam Swiftle is slightly lower. Astro Trucks is barely making any money. Shall sort it out. And the Information Kiosk is making slightly less. Toilets are not doing too badly. They're not losing. I'm on up to 20 pence. Oh no. And Botany Drinks is making a loss somehow.
Did you just delete the benches that were broken?
Okay. Does the handyman repair the benches, or do you have to replace them? I don't know.
You have to replace them. I took one out.
I just had selected benches and I was about to do them.
Oh yeah, it's like... Yes, it's just like... Sudden influx suddenly drops.
Yeah, no, it's because I clicked the button. That was a bug. That was a mistake, sorry.
Bug in Adam's brain.
I mean, I can keep clicking it. I can bring more people in. I'm afraid at this point, all we can really do is wait. Made £90 in the last week. Whereas the week after I pressed the button, we made £430.
Hire Michael Gove to level it up.
I can't believe that's a real thing.
People do not want to pay £4.50 to go on a plastic swan. But they'll pay £4.
Seriously?
Unless you made the entrance to the park like £20 each and then just everything else is free.
No, you can't change that on this mode.
You can't change that on this game.
Whoa! Someone pressed the button, didn't they? All these heads like jammed together. They slowly stretch out. That's weird.
That's horrifying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's because I think the fast ones are people with more energy.
Essentially, I've not seen a single person wearing a yellow hat.
Yellow Hats is making £22 an hour and has sold a total...
And it's selling red hats. I'm selling red hats.
It's sold...
That's why.
Well, that probably doesn't help. Brilliant. The clue, sir, was in the name.
There we go, fixed it.
Why have you called it Yellow Hats, Max? Talk me through the thinking behind that. What does it sell?
Hats.
No. Would you like another guess?
Oh, yes, it sells,
Cuddly toys and umbrellas.
yes.
So talk me through the thinking with calling it Yellow Hats.
It's a hat stall.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
If you look at the things that sell them, it's a hat stall. A souvenir stall selling large foam hats, it says.
I'm pretty sure the simulated guests can't actually read, and they won't know. It's got a silly name.
It's a hat stall out of the... When you pull it out of the options, it's a hat stall.
Let me check, because it's not selling. I mean,
I know it doesn't sell hats, but it does have hat price on it.
it's not a hat stall, you bellend. It's a souvenir stall.
Why'd it sell hats then?
It doesn't sell hats. Stop saying hats.
It's, it's literally called red hats. Oh, okay.
Okay, if you go to new shops and stalls a second.
Oh, I put the wrong thing down, haven't I? That's why.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I meant to put down. Anyway,
It's
whatever.
okay. We've got one. It's all right. You're making quite a lot of money with it. It's all good. Red Hats is not making any money at all. Now, Red Hats, I'd like to point out, does sell hats, and it sells yellow hats.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Have I got the most profitable ride yet?
No, Wobbler's Wet Slithering is still just ahead, I'm afraid.
Making £2,038 an hour.
It's not a patch on Schalke's. Hold on. Not a patch on the Schalke's 2000. Oh, you're ahead. No, you've just pipped ahead.
Exactly.
You do have good positioning
Right.
though, so people will come in and go, "Oh, brilliant."
Whatever. Look, if
yeah,
anyone wants
good.
lessons in park management, I'm available for
I'm
£1,000 per
afraid
hour.
Wobbler's Wet Slithering has just pipped you now. It's just pulled ahead to £2,100 an hour.
Mhm.
Sadly, that's per real hour. Schalke, can you fix Astro Trucks? Why is it making so much less money than it was? It's making £200 an hour, and I don't know why.
I did make the price higher.
But I don't see anyone returning. But you can't make it last for less time. But it's well, I'd say barely making it. It's making £200 an hour.
Maybe the sample period was when the price experiments were done.
But they all turned around during the price experiment. Your price experiment was a failure.
Yeah, but maybe the statistics like have a time window and the experiment is still within that time window.
Well, it's up to £224 an hour now.
Right, I'm going to go and try this kayak game.
It's minutes of fun. So, just for you guys,
See you in a minute.
you've played more VR, I think, than Malcolm. It comes across to me like the sort of thing that you would have downloaded for free as an NVIDIA demo. That's how it felt to me. It is very pretty. I can't imagine paying any money for it.
Alright, I'll let you know.
Right, I'm going to press the extra people button a few times, and I'm going to go and get a drink. We are making profit. All we really have to do is wait now. So, yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Does anybody else want a drink? Good.
Oh, thank you.
Just for the record, I find the concept of charging for going to the toilet utterly reprehensible, and if I ever was at a theme park where they did it, I would just piss in the corner. However, as a park owner, very, very different, and I feel this is an excellent way of making money.
Oh, it does look a bit mental now, though. You need more. That train needs to go a lot more quickly. That tram.
I probably need £3,000 to finish off the train, and then it will take a huge amount more people. I
Put more trains onto it. More carriages.
Only by making it into a loop first.
Because then so you're stuck with 2 until you put a loop in, then you say, right, I'll have 8.
No, so I can only have one train, and I can't make the train a different length, and I don't know why. If I make it into a loop, I still cannot make the train longer, but I can have more of them.
Oh, why don't you make more than 2 on it?
I can put
2 lots of 2s.
I
What's
can
little
make
2s?
6 lots of 2s, so a lot more.
Oh, right.
I mean, I can start doing it now, but it just means I'll be soaking up all our money for a while.
I think we should save up for it, but as long as everyone else agrees not to spunk the money.
But from everything we've got, I think that's our best upgrade, because everything else, I mean, it's hard to make a big improvement. You can make small improvements.
Yeah.
But that should genuinely make that ride about 12 times more money.
Really hard for getting the punters down the far end as well. All these mad people you've asked to come in have just basically just gone, fuck this. And they're disappearing as fast as they're coming in, basically. Can't milk them fast enough.
Well, that's alright. I mean,
my personal preference would be to slap down a load of little shops, little food shops and things. Just,
well,
there's always people going past are going to want to buy that.
let's look. So the problem is that
you're not saving up.
So our shop sales are actually generally outstripping our ride sales at the moment. Well, that's partly because I clicked the button, put more people in the park.
Yes.
So if we didn't have such a large amount of people, we would probably be making more money from rides. I don't ever. I did play this game a lot, but I don't ever really recall if I was any good at it. So it may be that I always struggle with money in this game and just have forgotten that. Or it may be that I used to be really good at this and now I'm not. Honestly, been so long I don't remember. I'm going to go on the basis I used to be great at it.
Why not?
Fingers crossed I can finish this.
In theory, you could take it down the middle of the island,
Uh,
and then you've got people that can get off either side of it. It makes it the whole thing a bit shorter.
yeah, but don't necessarily want it shorter.
Hmm.
Remember, the longer it is, the more I can charge for it.
Charge print. Oh, I see. Yes, good point. It's going to be fairly frugal so far.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's only £40. Or it depends how high it. Yeah, if it's low, it's cheap.
Yeah, and you're out of money.
Nice. Fine. More trams. I wonder what the limit is on the number of people it will simulate these days.
We're hemorrhaging guests.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We have an incorrect and unfeasible amount of guests already. Anyway, let me turn the ride back on so it's making us money while we're waiting. But I reckon 1,000 or so.
Is that ride going to get all the way down the end and then come back to this one and then try and go?
Horrible feeling it will.
Oh. You can get up here and then all the way down to the back and that's a good ride for £1.
Well, you can put a station anyway, so you can have like on towers. I think you remember the tram ride, the monorail there, but it goes all the way from like station 1 to station 3 and then back again.
Oh, there's actually a person wandering around the middle of the park.
Wow.
A red balloon.
I think that might be.
Leaving the park, Bernadette D. Only they're completely confused as to where they need to be.
Yeah, good luck route finding. Wow, we're actually making quite a bit of money now, but yeah, good luck route finding anywhere.
Oh, they're getting very thirsty.
Is there a drink at your end?
She's in the middle of the railway.
Oh, well, that's her problem.
Tram. Yeah, she's going to die of thirst. And she's hungry as well. Carrying Botany Breaker's balloon, map of Botany Breaker's umbrella. Wow. Recent thoughts. I want to go home. It's too crowded here. Cash in pocket £14, 20 cash spent £50. Wow.
Yeah, all the stats.
£40 paid on 31 rides. Wow, she must have done a lot of the same one over and over. 6 sleek swans swam swiftly.
I'd like to point out, Max, they are the guests are telling everything to you. You can't be sarcastic, going, "Oh, did you go on the same ride over and over again?" These are our guests. You have to say nice things to them, not be sarky.
And there's a toilet as well. Toilet's starting to build up as well. But oh dear. They don't find a toilet. Find your way out of the park, going around every single bloody tree.
Thankfully, they don't just do a big shit in the middle of your park. The game they didn't implement that, thankfully.
The guests, is it possible for the guests to drop dead of thirst or hunger?
No, they just if their thirst or hunger goes down. Oh my god! Wait, hold that thought. If Shauka, you could put entertainers in the queues to keep people happy when they're queuing. I've just remembered that's a thing.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, why
It's
do
a
you think
hot
I
people.
hired one entertainer?
But
Because we're trying to put a railway in.
I've got it set path to walk just the main path so that when people are thinking, maybe I want to go home, and they get by the entertainer changes their mind if they're trying to go home from unhappiness.
does it do anything to people outside of rides? I just remembered that you can keep people happy in rides. That's all.
Yeah,
In queues,
I
sorry,
should
queues.
set it to queues.
Because then I wonder if there is a genuine hacks you can do by just having one ride and just an enormous queue and everyone's in it and they don't get unhappy. Maybe I can't remember. Do they get unhappy if they see the same entertainer? How did you dress the entertainer up? A Roman?
Yeah, it's random.
The woman's. I'm nearly there. I'm so close to finishing off. So this should hopefully make this ride vastly more profitable. And it was pretty good anyway. And if not, I'm sorry I spent all the money on nothing. But yeah, just don't spend any money for a moment. Just stare at the glory of your ride.
Oh dear, lots of hungry, thirsty people knocking around. Oh, so it's got store their energy, and they're hungry and they're thirsty.
That reminds me, Brian. Brian, I've already got an umbrella.
Oh yeah.
It's a the thing is, this game predates memes, so that would have become a meme. I'm sure of it. not memes as a memes as we know them now, not memes as a concept.
Yeah. Why do they call them memes of all things though?
Because they're the equivalent to genes, but they're ideas or thoughts, memories passed on.
Sorry, genes.
Yeah. Memes,
As in
genes.
Genes.
Yes, Genes. Yes. So they are passed on memories rather than it's become a little bit corrupted. But it's it's not racial memory or anything like esoteric like that. It's genuinely just your mum told you, a watch pot never boils, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you need to put the ride back on again, by the way.
I can't. It's not. It's not. No, you can't. I'm still editing it.
Yeah.
Just wait for the last little bits of cash to come up.
Well, it's not going to happen to train off, is it?
No, because I am still editing it. We'll be alright in a moment. But yeah, for instance, a watch pot never boils is a meme. There's a memory, an idea passed on by your parents to you. Or from wherever you got it. Come on, money's coming in. Come on, nearly there. I need about 200 more pounds. No, about 200 quid.
200. You want to press the more guess button? That'll help. Nah.
Hey, is that? Oh, shoot. Yeah, I need. That's it. And blip. No, I need 17 pounds. There we go. Done. Right, so now I can change it from continuous mode, from shuttle mode to continuous circuit mode, and then I can also have more.
Are you sure? Because on my screen it's missing a little small section.
Yeah, I think I may have just forgotten to. I got distracted. There we go.
Excellent.
So, shall I have 10 trains at one car per thingy? Oh, no, never mind. 2 trains.
You want them in bunches of 2. That's going to cost more money to buy more, isn't it?
I think this increases the running cost of the ride, but check out what we've got. Oh, yes.
Which end do they leave from?
The other end.
Ah, typical. Oh, wow. Bloody hell. Okay, that's cool.
It's worth doing. It's worth overdoing. I want to get rid of that hump at some point, but not until we're richer.
Yes, that's going to be landscaping costs, isn't it?
No, a little bit, but not too much. But it does slow the trams down.
Poor Bernadette's still stuck in the middle here somewhere. Oh, she's leaving the park, but it's going under the flume ride. Walking on the beach. Oh, how she escaped, I don't know. Very unhappy. Thirsty and hungry and needing the toilet. That's amazing. She got to bothering about some the happiness, the energy, the hunger, the thirst, the nausea, the toilet. So.
Yeah, it's really impressive, especially for a game of its age as well.
We managed to change some colours. Oh, it's green and yellow now. That's pretty.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah.
There you go, that's quite delicious.
Yeah.
I painted size boats, but he didn't say anything. I haven't done Schalke's boats, but I was tempted. But yeah, the trams basically...
Oh, I wander around in the middle now.
But if you can see, the trams basically get stuck going up that bloody hill.
Bloody hell, look at the profit going up there. Yeehaw.
Out of where, sorry?
The profit.
From...
Just the general profit. It's like...
Yeah.
Up. More. Lots of.
900... Yeah, we're up to £1,000 a week. Or we spiked at £1,000 a week.
I don't know. Well, I'm putting lemonade stall in. Down the far end. We'll stop being moaning about being hungry and thirsty on this end. He's got 74 quid in his pocket, bloody hell.
And this game's... God, this game's so at least in the UK, this game is from before contactless.
Yeah. So it's actually sort of talking about hard-earned cash money.
Yeah. Cash.
Yeah.
And so we do have quite a lot of people watching us play this game, but no one says anything. It's weird that some games we get more interactivity, and some games we get more viewers. So once we're making profit again, I'll switch the research back on, because we're currently not researching anything.
So people are thirsty. There's a stall, and they walk straight past the stall that's selling drink.
Maybe it's the wrong... Maybe they're idiots.
Maybe. I mean, it's a lemonade stall. Sounds lovely. And there's a drink stall.
What happens if we're allergic to sugar or citrus? Imagine being allergic to citrus. Hey, Esmir.
Oh, it's acidic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most thing,
Two drink stalls down.
the only thing I'm allergic to is Dora's bum in my face.
Yes, that's pretty
Father,
grim.
father, my bottom, father, look at it.
Inspect, mother. Look what I can do. That's twerking.
Wow, 3,000 people per hour are riding our
Train
train.
Tram.
Yeah.
route thing. That's very good. Because there's a shitload of people at this end now, and bloody hell, that's getting mental. Time to put the prices up
Of
Twisted Melon. There's
Yeah,
a queue building like mentally
I say,
fast.
put it up by 10 pence. Don't put it by a lot. Put it by 10 pence, and then come back to it.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for full age as well.
Yeah, if it's busy, that won't make any difference at all.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah, so when it's empty, that's a problem, isn't it?
Wait, submarine ride? Why did I build that and not a submarine ride? That sounds... Firstly, that sounds like an incredibly dangerous ride, let's be honest.
I was gonna build one earlier, but
Well,
I was more worried about the finances.
we are now making a whopping £320 a week, and I've turned research back on. We're about to research Jurassic theming. Although I'll be honest, I don't know how... This game is full of like very subtle mechanics. So, for example, theming areas of your park does affect people's happiness, like directly. So it's not just a pure cool, I've made something that looks cool. It's genuine changes, but I don't quite know how it works, like whether or not it cares about areas themed in certain ways, or whether or not just covering your park in a variety of things is good, or if you should keep all your mine theming to one area and all your different themes to a different area. I've no idea.
The bins need emptying.
There seems to be a lot of simple mechanics in this game.
A lot of... there are some quite complex ones. So, for example, if you have a piece on your roller coaster that is a fast section, but then there's a sharp turn and there's a wall in front of the sharp turn, it will detect that, and that will cause the ride to become more intense than the equal sharp turn with nothing in front. So you do genuinely have very subtle mechanics. And there's a lot. I mean, this game is a very complicated game. Or, lots of... it's broad rather than deep, shall we say. So how did benches get fixed then?
Right click to remove them, I think.
Well, I do know this hack, which is... Did I just call it a hack? What the fuck?
But now you get security guards, but I don't think they...
Put in stone benches and they can't break them.
Haha, nice. Have we unlocked stone benches? Do people... again, I believe people will sit on
Yeah,
benches.
I've been putting them down.
Okay. Are they the... stone bench, £5. Normal benches, £5. Stone benches it is.
Yeah, the people pressure has gone off from the entrance to the other train station.
Yeah, Max's area is looking busy.
All the
I'm
trains.
sorry. Who named this guest? Nobody will read my name.
Screenshot.
I did. How did you come to read it?
I moused over it.
Let's see if there's any other ones. It's Esmeralda says it's too crowded here. Hey, nobody will read my name. Or nobody will read my name, yeah. He's hungry. I have to say, Shalka, I mean, I thought I was being a little bit forward with charging 20 pence for toilets, but actively forcing a guest to change their name, that's beyond the pale, man. You can't do that. We're going to get into so much trouble. Can you imagine? It forces you go into Alton Towers and they force you to change your name by deed poll while you're there.
Sorry, we've got too many items on this site. You're going to have to change the name. Safety first.
Shall I try and connect up both halves of the park with a path, and then we will move towards building rides along that path?
Why not?
Because it's some money.
You can click the ducks and they go quack.
You can click the ducks and they go quack.
How do you build on lumpy ground?
How do you build on lumpy ground, or how do you build lumpy ground?
How do you build on lumpy ground?
I've usually
One
just
put helter skelter in.
I usually just flatten it, to be honest.
Yeah. Just path to it, I suppose.
Shit around money.
Yeah.
Are there people walking along the path? Nope, they didn't, because I didn't connect it up properly. Good.
Gotta bring the path down to the ground so it collects all the stragglers.
Yes, I'm just out of money to finish it. Maybe that should be a size clickbait image. You won't believe what stone benches can do. Now you've said that, Esme, I do remember doing that. I wonder what other things I've forgotten that were...
I remember obsessing about the benches. That's why I was like, first thing I did was like, oh, stone bench. Yeah.
Hungry and
come
thirsty,
to
and that's
think of the
£46.
entertainer- Sorry.
Go on.
So what was that about the entertainer?
The thing with the queues, I after you mentioned it, I
Yeah.
remember that.
After I mentioned it, you're like, I knew that. Why didn't I think about it before?
Oh no, this must be an updated version. Stone bench is broken.
Oh, really? Discussion. How important are benches? Oh, you've recovered from nausea on a bench. That's interesting. Wow. Stone bench is no one. If it is a thing, Ismir, and I think it is, but if it is, there is not a single internet page on the stone benches in Roller Coaster Tycoon. Not a single one.
You got a Google whack.
No. There's loads of other things not to do with Roller Coaster Tycoon talking about stone benches, but nothing that's Roller Coaster Tycoon themed. There's literally
Can you
one.
finish hooking up that path so I can decide where I'm
have
going to
I
put...
got the money?
I think you have a little bit, yeah. Well, most people think this place is crap.
Who cares what they think?
And then sudden flood of people going, oh, right, quick, we can go for a wander, let's go.
Well, they can't because it's not connected up the other end, but, you know.
Woo.
I think they enjoy eating on benches.
Maybe. I mean, who doesn't?
Picnic.
I'll just connect at the other end of that path, by the way, because it's currently not.
Thank you.
Can you imagine walking all that way? If I walked all that way, do you know what my thought would be? They should build a ride so I don't have to do this.
Oh dear, it's not connected.
Yeah, I'm still working on it. Come on, I want to build from there. No. Just type on this. There we go. Oh, and yeah, to into the that mode. There we go. Right. Right, ta-da, fixed. Right, well, no one can complain. Well, they probably can, but yeah, we can start to put stuff along there. And unfortunately, our park rating is 0. Wow. Well, lots of people thinking I want to go home. I guess they can. I guess there are a lot of people stuck at Max's area that can now go home, but weren't allowed to. Well, they didn't want to take the train. And brilliantly, I've just found a YouTube channel that just has theme park music. So like the Platform 15 soundtrack from Thought Pat's Fright Night, or the Nemesis theme tune.
finally got a nice start going on.
The vandalism here is really bad.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
I think I will not draw it to the deep night. Gonna log out for tonight.
Cool. Well, we will see you. Oh, I'm not here tomorrow, am I? My mum is on the train. I'm picking my mum up. Did I mention that? I did. Good, go me. With Carrier Command, they have got another big patch coming. I don't know if we want to find something else to do in the meantime until the next big patch comes.
And they did fuse the apps to be a thing.
That's... I appreciate them doing that, but they should have done that. Well, they should never have done it in the first place, but they should have fixed that a year ago. But yeah, if you've got any suggestions, again, I've still got Tycoon Quest, Helldivers, and Warhammer Inquisitor on the... We haven't really played these. Power Wash Simulator gets a patch on the 19th, and Top Gun comes out on the 25th. So that should be cool.
What's Top Gun?
It's a film with Tom Cruise in it, and they're releasing a sequel.
That one.
Well, they're releasing a sequel, and the sequel gets a piece of free DLC for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, whether or not we actually get to shoot each other, I don't know. But we should find out. Wow, these trams are bloody awful. How much money we make? Are we making?
I see an area where guests are stuck.
Stuck? Where are they stuck? No.
I am sorry to announce that we are experiencing technical difficulties at present, and as a result, your progress will be delayed. Further information will be relayed when available.
Yes, I'll say goodnight too.
All right then.
Thank you much.
I kind of forgot how much this game does kind of need the fast forward a little bit, because we've kind of got ourselves into a bit of a hole, haven't we? I say we, that was them. I wonder if I should flatten. I don't know. I really we could do with a roller coaster, like a proper roller coaster. Well, what's this ride making now? Alright, you just click as much as you like. Oh, there's a tiger wandering around. Did you play Theme Park, by the way? Theme Park. Was it Theme Park or Theme Park Tycoon or Theme Park World? It's just Theme Park, I think. Because in... Oh, I was going to say.
Which one?
The first one. And then I was going to ask you a question about it, and I forgot what the question was. No, it's completely gone. Excellent. Something about
Were you
entertainers.
talking about
In
Sim Theme Park?
No, Theme Park was the original game like this.
Oh.
Bullfrog one.
No,
Just
I
called
didn't.
Theme Park. I was going to ask a question about it. I forgot what it was. Nope, it's gone. I think I had a good and sensible and meaningful question. I also overclicked that button, but that does seem to help our money a lot. Yeah, I was chat with Rob earlier. So I managed to run my electric car a little bit flat at the weekend, but I'm going to go to the arcade tomorrow where they have a free charger. So I've purposely stopped charging the car so it has enough capacity in order to get a large amount of free range tomorrow. It's just odd, the different approach you take from a normal petrol-driven car.
Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
Well,
But I can't do anything about it until I move, so.
yeah, I've got 170 miles of range right now, but I'll easily get another 150 miles of range tomorrow at when I charge it up. So I've purposely not charged it. I've literally said stop charging at my house. So I can actually get some free lecky tomorrow.
Are they still doing it free over at the... Yeah.
Some places are, not many. Like most supermarkets give you free charging, but limit you to 2 hours.
That's fair.
The weird thing is, if a place offered you, so what's 2 hours going to give me? On a slow charger, that'll give me 22 kilowatts. It's about 80 miles of range. But like, if there was any concept anywhere of you getting free petrol, 80 miles of free petrol if you used us, people would lose their minds over this. But for electric, it's just quite common. Just, you know, there's just a destination charger here. You know, it's not going to blow anyone away with its speed, but it works. Now, what roller coaster? What time is it? Yeah, I have time for a roller coaster. Let me see. Hyper coaster, mini suspended, Virginia reel, wooden. Oops. I pressed the wrong button. Steel wild mouse. The Virginia reel is the spinny one, yeah. I guess I'll go with the spiral roller coaster. But I will not cheat, it will be a custom design. Because I played this on the iPad. It was an excellent conversion, in fact, surprisingly. And that was when I first came across the fact that it comes with a whole bunch of free coasters, like tons, hundreds and hundreds of them, and it was so easy. I just ended up spending my time just twiddling my thumbs, going, I'm kind of done. Like, you know, I haven't had to spend any time making my track. I've just spent the time placing pre-built roller coasters, which are all really good, much better than I could make. I hope no one's watching who knows what they're doing, because they'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? Does that allow me to put a... Oh man, where'd all our money go? One thing I do like about this game is it was done by an Englishman, and I know the rides that he's basing stuff on, which is quite cool. Like this, what I'm building here is based on a UK ride called Beast. Isn't there anymore, sadly. Molten Towers. I said I used to work with.
I think I've seen the summary of that on Debunked Land.
Oh, is there a? Is that? Yes, that's really quite cool actually.
Debunked Land is, I love listening to that.
I hope that's. So I used to work with Rick Alexander, who was the. Where are the credits? Oh, why is he not in the credits? So I know Alistair Brimble. I don't know Chris Sawyer. But yeah. Oh, maybe he only did the first one, the second one. But it doesn't list anything. But yeah, Rick said it was the easiest game he ever worked on, because basically Chris Sawyer would just say, "I'm going to Molten Towers. Can you expense it?" And they'd be like, "Yeah," and that was it.
Nice.
Oh, I'm having some speed if I do that. Yeah, this is going to take time. When you're making your own roller coaster, it takes ages. And while it's happening, of course, your park is running. But when you use one of the pre-built ones, this time disappears.
I did notice that guests do get excited when they see construction.
Yeah, they stop and take photos, which I'm pretty sure is a Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 thing. I don't recall that from before.
I was looking at the thoughts and like, ooh, ride construction.
That's basically just Chris Sawyer, isn't it? I think Chris Sawyer could be a guest as well in your park. Yeah, I am actually going to a theme park this weekend. Should be quiet because it's, well, I'm going on the weekday, so it should be quiet. Remember, I went to Disney, Euro Disney. I went to it. When did I go? Like 15th of December, and it was just dead. It was brilliant. I just went on all the rides until I felt quite dizzy. It was wonderful. So I just wanted to get this roller coaster working, and then I was going to immediately run it and then just get it going, and then make more money. Sort of waiting for it to.
Ah, yes, Euro Disney. Eisner's personal hell.
I don't know who Eisner is.
Michael Eisner.
I still don't know who he is.
He was CEO of Disney for the 90s.
Oh, right. The only thing I know about Euro Disney is they started such a rumour that the first week of Euro Disney was going to be so packed it was not worth going, that the first week of Euro Disney was completely dead because everyone went, oh, we'll wait a few weeks then. That's all I really know about Euro Disney. How much we're making? Still making some money. Good, good. I'm quite impressed, by the way, how much I can jam that spam new guests button and not have any noticeable lag or performance or anything. And then they hit the information
Wait, do you
kiosk.
see that random guest in the walking around?
A random what? Sorry.
A random guest is just wandering in the grass.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. Sometimes they decide they're not going to follow the paths, and they'll just wander around. On-ride photo section. Damn right I will. There's a guest just wandering around here on the bit I'm trying to edit for the roller coaster ride, and I hate him. You hear that, sir? I hate you. The other thing I found is it takes a lot of restraint to make a good coaster. It's very easy to make one that makes people feel sick. Much, much harder to make one it's got interesting ebb and flow and change and growth, and nothing that's really horrible to experience. And they always take a lot more room. Like, I used to make enormous lift chains, and then they'd slam into the station at the end at about 90 miles an hour because I hadn't bled off all of the velocity. Might build another info kiosk out here, just on the basis that might make some more money.
Definitely will when it rains.
So I don't mind cheating and putting in guests, because that seems to give us money in what I feel is a fair way, but just going... I mean, I can give us like 100 million. I mean, that does just work. Hopefully it does start to rain, though. That would be great. But just we have loads of guests over here, but they don't seem to have much in the way of ways of spending money. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Pressure Wash Simulator, even if I don't know what... I know they've added a train. Don't know what else they've added yet. And we will be able to repeat missions for money and do community free play missions for money as well. Both of which is awesome. Hopefully they added a whole ton more cosmetics to go with it.
They're doing a good job.
Come on, money. Train hard, damn it, so we can just... Everyone has to go buy an umbrella. I mean, bear in mind, I am British, and I have been to theme parks, but I've never gone to myself, it's raining so much in this theme park, I have to buy an umbrella. Like, where would you put it on each ride? I guess in the little storage cubby, but that's not the point. Drama Stirrer has... Oh, I don't know which one that is. Oh, I've seen that Shaka spinny thing.
Looks like it, yes.
I do love the insane flow of guests leaving. But obviously, once they come in, they go through the park and they'll leave, just going it's too crowded, which is understandable. But I did put like 10,000 people in the park, but our park isn't good enough to keep them all happy. But I was thinking that I could download one of the 999 by 999 maps that are completely flat. I don't know if that would be more fun, because you can just get to build crazy stuff, or less fun, because there'd be a lot less challenge. Come on, more money! Nearly there. I think I need about another 400 quid or so. It hopefully won't chew too much into our money, but we do unfortunately have a whole bunch of park over this side that is now getting a bit vomity. Did you play that spaceship game then, where you had to make your spaceship?
No, not yet.
I'd say did definitely look. I'm impressed that I discovered so many games I'd never heard of by describing Astro Trucks and then just saying what games came out, going, well, that sounds interesting. Which is silly because I spend a lot of my time on Steam. You would think that I would get advertised these games, but it just doesn't. It just advertises the same shit to me day in, day out.
Maybe you just need to go to those games and say, I don't want this.
Yeah, but it's... As I said, the thing is, it's showing me tags that I can't believe exist for more than half a dozen games. You know, they're big games. Borderlands is a big game, but there aren't very many looter shooters out there. I wish there were. So you've got this situation that the tagging system is very much geared towards popular games rather than trying to... Oh no, I've screwed this up. Trying to actually find something. Oh, what do you mean can't construct footpath in the... Oh, bugger, I made sure and I messed it up, apparently. I do kind of like also treating the... like the roller coaster building experience as a bit of a puzzle game. Like, how can I squeeze it into this little area? S-band left. Whoops. I have been researching more... Oh, we're out of transport rides. Okay, never mind. Let's do shops and stores, because I think they're doing us better. Damn it. So what is yellow puke buckets? It's a What footpath's in the way? Right. I'm doing the test. Then I've clicked the wrong button. I'm no longer doing a test. I have a horrible feeling this is just going to be the most horrendous, because it goes up on a lift chain and then it's basically done. Oh, that was actually not too bad. Bit short, but not too bad. Now as an exit. But you don't have to pay to paint things different colours, which is nice. You just go change colour and it just does it.
Yeah, that is nice. No penalty for trying out new things.
So what do people think about my coaster? Not bad. 5.3 exciting. Excitement, 5.3 intensity, 1.87 thingy, and it's £2 for a ride, for a photo. I sold 10, so I made 10 quid from photos. Yeah, once I got more money, I need to make it longer. I've got a lot more, what's the word? I've got a lot of momentum I could carry through. Or a longer station and more cars. Let's go. It's nice and relaxing. I do miss the pin function from Transport Tycoon, because there you can pin windows you don't want to shut, and you close all the windows apart from ones you care about.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised they haven't. Maybe these guys just don't play Open Transport Tycoon. Yeah, I did a post on Imgur earlier about, I forgot the name of my game now, Astro Trucks, and people were really excited about it. I was like, oh, blimey.
Nice.
But yeah, 2,500 views.
Well, that went up quickly.
Better than well, the thing is, people quite liked it, partly because I'm not just saying here's a game that me and my wife have been working on for the last 4 years, that sort of post. It's I'm doing a spaceship game. How are we going to do cargo spaceships? What do you guys think? It just puts it in front of a much larger audience than Twitter or Discord.
It also gets them involved.
I mean, I try that with Twitter, but the problem is a lot of my Twitter followers don't exist anymore. They're not on Twitter anymore. And Discord, again, a lot of the people, they idle on Discord rather than actually pay the attention there. The weird thing is about Imgur, they really do not like you trying to pimp your stuff. Unless you go, here's a beautiful varnished table I made that's now for sale on Etsy. That's fine, but computer games, not so much for some reason. It is an odd and fickle community, as most are. Well, this does not have a good name. It's now making 4,000 800 an hour, or 5,000 income an hour. So yeah, roller coasters you can get away with charging a lot more from. Well, £2 a ride. Maybe I'm just got.
Yeah,
maybe
there's just a lot more effort.
I think it's just more throughput, isn't it, rather than more. I do want to make the submarine ride, but I don't know what time to do that tonight. I'm just about beginning to pay off the loan, so yay that too.
I tried the kayak thing.
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very nice. It's really good use of VR.
And how long do you think you would play it for before you got bored?
Well, I was bored after about 20 seconds, but I thought it was very nice.
Yes. It feels like an NVIDIA demo, doesn't it? Like, here's a gorgeous, gorgeous thing. Alright, cool.
Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for things to show people. Like when you show people VR for the first time, you've got to kind of you want to show them everything, but in reality, you've only got their attention for a few minutes. So I'm always on the lookout for something that's good to drop them straight into. That would be a good one. You are now in a kayak. Go. And it's very intuitive how to control it as well.
Because it goes up.
Because it works exactly how a kayak works. You get in it and you smash into some rocks, and then you get stuck facing the wrong way. Yeah, it's good.
I didn't do it.
Get your head on an island board, trying to look under the water. Very realistic.
I didn't do any of those things. It appears that you got more out of it than I did.
Well, did you finish the race?
No. I first of all I went through the level in free play mode. Then I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Then I did it in race mode, and then I realised that I can move the paddles at a speed that a human being could not move paddles. And then I got to the third gate and got bored.
Well, that's because you're just moving air. You want to get a paddle. You want to hold a paddle when you do it.
I'm going to hazard a guess. The game is geared around not having a paddle though. Like the balancing of the game.
Yep, but really, what you need to do is put your motion rig in a bathtub.
I guess it doesn't have motion platform support. If it had motion platform support, I'd probably get it.
I mean, one of the reasons it's good as a VR thing is because there's not a lot of motion when you're well, actually, I didn't do any like white water rafting, but just pootling down that
there isn't any, is
river.
there?
Yeah, you're rotating, you're yawing. You're only rocking slightly, not really much. So
Like yawning.
good. You're yawning, yeah, yawing.
Yeah, yawning because it was a bit boring. I just don't understand. I don't understand why Malcolm's so excited about it. I was like, yeah, okay. Like there are lots and lots of demos like that out there, but it's visually glorious. But it's not a game. It's not a game I want to play and get good at.
I bet some people would. Some people would get really into racing it, I reckon.
Yeah, then again, some people actually like kayaking for real. It's horrible.
Exactly.
Kayaks are awesome.
See, some people just.
Hey, Jay.
Some people think running
Hey,
is fun.
Falling out of a kayak isn't fun. Getting soaking wet isn't fun, but the actual being out in the middle of the ocean on a kayak is quite enjoyable. Like there's literally nobody around you. You're on your own, peaceful, quiet.
Isn't that one of those things they say never to ever, ever, ever do?
I do carry flares and a radio and all the other gear with me. I'm not just going out in a
Flares and a radio. You and I have a very different idea of what constitutes a kayak, apparently.
No, a kayak. My roll-up bag goes in the front of the kayak with all of my gear in. My radio goes in my floaty vest.
Jay, are you eating or have you been to the dentist today?
I'm trying to fill a hole up in a tooth. Why do you ask?
Because you sound like you've had dental surgery. I've got good ears.
No. I may or may not have eaten something earlier that absolutely murdered one of my teeth.
I'm known for coming into voice chats and commenting on people's fleeces that they're wearing and stuff like that. But that's because I do that several minutes after I hear a zip travel for like 50 centimetres. They're always like, are you looking at me?
Can you imagine yourself going back to the VR kayak game though? Like, oh, tell you what, I'm gonna.
Yeah, to demo it to people. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, I guess so.
I've done a bit of kayaking, enough to have to demonstrate that you can roll and get yourself back upright and stuff like that. I don't think I'd enjoy that these days.
Yeah.
And it would definitely go up my nose.
That's my old group what I just stuck in chat.
Yeah, see, if I have a choice between going on a kayak and not, I'm going to go with not.
Yeah, but you're boring.
Am I though?
Sometimes.
I could go on a kayak, or I could go out on a motorbike. I'm pretty sure one of those is more boring than the other.
It depends.
Only boring people get bored.
Sometimes being out on a motorbike can be boring.
No, you see, you have a little go faster thing you can twist.
Your nipples.
You could twist. No, I can't. Because first of all, I've got gear on, and secondly, I've got gloves on, so it's just not going to happen. Hey, no, Gene, ahoy yourself.
You can make anything with nipples go faster. Just a matter of how far you twist.
What, like a crab?
Does a crab have nipples?
I don't know. Hey Siri, does a crab have nipples?
Well, they're not mammals, so I'm going to guess not.
Wait, why are there lots of people having asked this on the internet?
Check it out.
I recognise that course that you just posted.
Yeah, it's Holmbeer Point, National Water Sports Centre.
That's where we done our water rescue course. I'm sure it is.
Quite possibly. It's very cool.
What were all those adverts at the cinema 2 years ago about cold water shock? Why did we suddenly need to be told about that?
Because there were so many people buying fucking stupid inflatables from Aldi's and Lidl's and going out and seeing them.
And also because global water levels are rising, it's only a matter of time before going down to your living room and getting cold water shock.
So I didn't quite get a climate change denier the other day, but someone who basically, he says, I don't see what's the problem with the water level. You know, if we don't fix climate change, what's the worst that could happen? I said, well, the water levels will could rise by, 20 feet or 100 feet. He goes, oh right, and how long will this take? And I go, well, they might rise over the next couple of 100 years. He goes, well, then what's the problem? You just move inland. And I was like, do you think we're worried about climate change because the water levels will rise so quickly people are going to drown? Like, have you genuinely misunderstood the issue that much?
Well, there's the famous clip of Ben Shapiro's, that's kind of very opinionated right-wing commentator sort of talking about this and saying words to that effect. He sort of says, the people living near the coast would simply sell up and move inland. and like someone cuts in at that point and goes, sell their houses to who? Aquaman?
Why are they relying upon a streamer for this information?
Well, I'm afraid I can actually answer that question to you because in 2012 it became illegal to let me get it right now. It's erosion and water height information became illegal to research in South Carolina because it would have made the prices of the beachfront properties plummet. And now there's just constant videos of the beachfront. There we go. North Carolina. I do apologise. And
Oh, the Outer Banks.
that's happening.
Yeah, you don't say. I know there's a few places in the UK that's happening as well.
Don't think we can do that in the UK because the thing about the UK is you can't have local laws. So basically,
What I mean is the houses floating away. There's a couple of cliffs that
the point is, 10 years ago, they purposely enacted legislation so that no one could find out this was happening.
Anyway, you accidentally talked all over the punchline to that bit about selling your houses, so I posted the clip.
Who would you sell it to? Aquaman.
It wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was
For the
me.
sake of argument. that all
And
of the
me.
water levels around the world rise by
I
let's say
was
5
very
feet
rude because I did start
over the next
talking.
100 years, say 10 feet by the next 100 years. It
That's
puts
okay. I
all the
posted-
low-lying areas on the coast underwater, right? Which, let's say all of that happens. You think that people aren't going to just sell their homes and move?
Just one small problem. Sell their houses to who, Ben? Fucking Aquaman!
That is amazing. The thing is, people say shit and they can get away with it. There's one of the some right-wing woman that's basically gone on a Twitter tirade against a tweet from some American politician because he's gone to Switzerland to talk to them, and she's like, "You can't do this." The tweet is from 10 years ago that she's ranting about. It's not a current thing. It's just insane, and I'm just utterly blown away by the current abortion thing in the States. The next step is a whole bunch of places they're looking at banning contraception except for married couples, which is just like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Why?
Why do you think, Jay?
I don't get this whole thing of birth control that's going on over in America, or abortion and all that shit.
So the short version is actually quite interesting. So basically, until about is it 78 or 82? Until, let's say, 1980, give or take 5 years, it was black people. Couldn't let black people into schools. Couldn't let black people this. Black people's entrance. All of the racial segregation in the US. That became socially unacceptable for both parties. It just wasn't going to fly anymore. So the Reagan administration had to find a new is that a white goat? Is that the phrase?
Scapegoat?
No, not a scapegoat. They had to find something to basically get people angry about, and it became abortion. They literally made it up as a hot button topic in the early 80s. And that now people are angry about it because they've been angry about it their whole lives. It's just insane. I'm guessing.
Not educated. What I mean is like, surely the older generation needs to be re-educated on the shit that's gone on over the last 10, 20 years. Like they've got this idea in their head, they've stuck to it, and they're fighting for it.
So bear in mind, hold on, two things. Look, G, I'm guessing you're from Holland. The thing is, the older generation are still in power. That's the problem. And I don't
You've got two guys
about
recently that are both walking across a field shitting themselves, so do you know what I mean?
So I don't know if you've been following the thing with the Supreme Court, but basically what's happened is it's always been, I'll say, acceptable under First Amendment rights to protest outside abortion centres in the US. That has been allowed. So people have started protesting outside the houses of the Supreme Court justices, and they've already fucking passed a law making this illegal. And that's what pisses me off. The government in the US moves very, very, very slowly, except when it doesn't. What was the other thing they banned? It was vaping. Basically, pig tobacco managed to get enough money into politicians, and there was a huge thing against vaping. And this all went through it in a matter of days, and everyone was like, oh, so we can pass laws then? Your east neighbour. That's Holland.
Poland, Russia.
What? Do you know what the word neighbour means? It doesn't just mean someone in that direction. Yeah.
France.
The Netherlands. Unless you're in Belgium. You're in Belgium. Belgian waffles.
I mean, east. There's quite a few countries along that coastline.
Yeah, but none of them are important, except Holland. And
Really?
But my first experience of Belgium is that we went through. Rob was driving. We went all the way through Belgium. We didn't drop below the speed limit, and we didn't stop the entire thing. We literally, Belgium was just a badly
Didn't drop
maintained
below
road.
the speed limit.
Absolutely, we didn't. Rob was speeding the entire time. 100% of Belgium, he was above the speed limit.
Why?
If you've been to Belgium, you don't want to stop now. You don't want to slow down. Next question.
No, I've not been to Belgium.
But yeah, Holland on average. So this is why Holland. Now what's happened? So Shell are from Holland, and the Dutch government basically went, yeah, fuck this. You have to hit your climate targets now, your carbon targets. And then Shell, I think they're moving their headquarters to another country, so they won't be affected by it.
I've technically been to Belgium, but I can't remember anything about it. I was when we lived in Germany, drove through it on a couple of occasions.
Here we go. The Shell shareholders, December 2021, 99.7% voted to move their headquarters from the Netherlands to the UK. All right, that should not be allowed, because basically Holland, of all the countries of the world, really worry about global warming, because they're the ones that will get hit by it. That is a lot. That's a lot.
Shareholders.
Yes, but basically you should not be allowed to. If you are a Dutch company, you don't just go, actually we're all leaving. Where the fuck you are? No, not really. If you think that's a lot of tabs, oh my word. Most of my tabs are on a different computer. Yeah, welcome to the channel. We talk about the future. We try to talk positively about future technology, future interesting stuff, and we play a variety of computer games.
Hang on a minute. Did you just say we're positive?
I try to be positive. You're the miserable buggers, not me. But we are playing Roller Coaster Tycoon multiplayer, which is new for me. It's nice. I just get entranced just watching my coaster that I put together just go all around and around and around. Well, I should probably improve it, but I just like it so much. I love my coaster. Although if I'd left myself... Oh, I guess I could come across time. I should probably stop. I should probably get to bed. Because it is late, and tomorrow I have to be out late. I'm seeing my mum, and as I said, I have to... well, I have decided to, rather than I have to, decided to go to the arcade early tomorrow and spend the whole day charging my car, because it's free. Hey, look, just before I go, I'm just going to...
You're not about tomorrow night, are you?
No, I am. My mum is arriving on the train, and I'll be picking her up and then having some glorious pizza.
So, I do have one question.
Is it about my mum?
What would it take to get her in your DOF reality rig?
My mum's 87. I don't think she's going to be doing that.
Why not?
Why not? Because she's 87.
That doesn't mean anything.
She's still got it.
She might thoroughly enjoy it if you ask her.
She has... I mean, my mum has visited me before. Like, I've been at some for a while. I've had the motion rig for a while.
But have you actually asked her if she would like to try it?
She's seen my sister in it, and that was enough. I'm a bit worried I'm not going to be able to do this.
Yeah, you really don't want to kill your own mother with a game of Wreckfest.
Well, no, it didn't have to be Wreckfest. It could have been a roller coaster or something. Something tamer. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna piddle off for tonight, and I will see you guys soon.
I'll see you Friday.
So yeah, Jay, we will play that game at some point when the opportunity arises. I haven't forgotten.
Which one?
We Were Here.
Yes. But and the other
Possibly
one,
all of
the
them,
one
yeah.
that I'd done today.
Maybe the whole series.
Yeah.
You haven't played any more of them, have you? You haven't
No, I
cheated on me.
played a puzzle. No, I played a puzzle game today.
Puzzle game?
Yeah, bloody brilliant, but I can't remember the name of it. I did link you it in chat.
Oh, right, okay. I'll have a look.
But definitely well worth it. Trying to find some multiplayer ones there.
Yeah. Well, there's good stuff in Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah.
We should play that sometime.
I've got hundreds of games in Tabletop Simulator if you want to ever hit some up. Got some that I've put together myself as well.
Which is also good in VR. Get a headset.
I would have done, but I got a letter to tell me that I owed someone 260 quid this morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
just
However,
tear it up.
they'll pay.
That's a bugger. Alright, catch you later.
Bye.
Latest. Bye bye.
Ah, right. What am I supposed to be doing in Crank? I think I'm just working my way up through different tech levels and just killing everything and then making lots of factories to send me lots of stuff.
Yes. With the oh no, there was a trick that took me bloody ages to work out on assaulting a base. I can't remember what it was now. I had to do something. I spent ages trying to. I couldn't. No, I can't remember what it was. I spent ages trying to get some bases to appear, and I just couldn't. I can't remember what the hell it was now.
I've only just sort of ventured out into space, but I'm massively overpowered for everything I come across at the moment. So.
Sorry, it won't last. Well, it might do.
Yeah, I do get that impression. At the moment, though, if I engage an enemy, they flash out of existence in about 3 frames.
Part of it is also if you spent a lot of time, because obviously if you quote unquote should have ventured out into space a long time ago, then obviously you'll find everything very easy.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to do this bloody post? I've run out of park. Yeah, Jay's saving up for a VR headset. Most of us got VR headsets. Jay is like, when I get one, he's like, Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. Is I'll go... No!
The whole world's backwards. I've got 2 cars and pay 0 vehicle excise GT.
Well, that's it. The world is backwards. I say I'm going to the arcade tomorrow so I get free electricity. Free lecky. I was also saying to Rob, I also I ran the car quite flat the weekend, but I stopped it charging when I got home, so I would have enough capacity to get enough charge on the free chargers.
If you're a real optimist and try to look on the sunny side, the Ukraine problem, or the Russia problem I should call it really, hopefully accelerates us a bit more to better fuel sources, better energy sources.
Yes, Germany have obviously moved away from oil. Sorry, no. Does pineapple on pizza? Absolutely it does. Sweet goes with savoury. Jay
Yes,
is getting
thank you.
Jay's getting a Quest 2. Good headset, not the best headset on the market, but a very competent headset and excellent value for money. Do I have a Tesla? I do have a Tesla and a motorbike as well.
I think it's right. So you're saying it's not the best headset on the market? It's not really apples to apples because it's the only headset where you can install loads of stuff on it and run it completely standalone. So it might not be the best Steam VR headset.
Is that true?
Well, there isn't really anything better.
I know. Are there any other standalone headsets on the market? I honestly don't know. Don't think there are, but there might be.
Yeah, there's a Chinese one made by is it Xiaomi or however you pronounce it, which is a lot similar kind of thing. In fact, it might even be running a pared down version of the same kind of software, but it's got its own app store and yeah.
The HTC. I haven't heard of the HTC Focus. Was the first one standalone? I guess it was. Yes.
Yeah,
no.
so was the Go, but that was
yes.
capable and only 3 DOF.
No, I don't have a Ducati, although I do like the Ducati Monster. I have got 3 motorbikes, but I've got a Zero, which I am. Oh shoot! No, my Zero. I'm almost to the point where I just want to give up my other bikes because I like the Zero so much more.
There's a lot of VR games that are multi-platform, like Rec Room and just a bunch of them. And it's so nice to just pick up a completely wireless unit, switch it on, and seconds later you can be in that game. So I do like Steam VR, but it's definitely more friction getting into Steam VR games. And friction's really, really important with VR because a lot of what's holding it back and keeping headsets on shelves gathering dust is the whole meh factor. Like, you really need something you just be playing within a few seconds with minimal effort, which is why the Game Boy was so popular.
Yeah, I mean, apart from when occasionally it goes wrong, which it does, I don't generally have that issue. I just plug the headset in and it goes. It's usually the issue.
if your PC's already up and running and not ready to run a game because it's not doing other stuff.
That's just how my PC always is. No, I wouldn't buy a Harley if you pay me. Harleys are atrocious motorbikes, which is sad because I always thought they were good, but they're really not. Yeah, the problem with the Pimax is there's very little out there that will drive that many pixels. They stuck high resolution headset screens on there, but
it's ahead of its time, not in a particularly good way.
Yeah, which is a shame.
So the Pimax is standalone. So what software does that run, and what can you run on it?
Wait, the Pimax is standalone. I don't think that's true.
That's what NopeG just said.
I don't think that's true though. I mean, the Pimax is just a tethered headset, same as almost everything apart from the Quest.
Standalone at 2K or 4K, they say.
By standalone, do you mean you don't need base tracking stations though? I don't think.
Oh, you absolutely do.
No, you don't. You can get you can run it 3 DOF or 6 DOF, depending on whether or not you've got base stations. I'm not saying that's a good idea. I'm merely stating facts here. I don't think it's standalone. Yeah, standalone as in it will run software. Oh, there is a model without it, I think he says.
So I'm just curious what software backend it uses. Like, for example, it's not going to run Oculus Store.
I don't know. I would Google, but I'm in the middle of tweaking Schalke's ride.
PC in the headset. I'll check. Well, you've already started talking. Now you want to check. Done it the wrong way around.
Yeah, I just didn't think there were any.
It's some Steam software. So it's a headset with Steam VR in the headset. I'm gonna eat my keyboard if that's true.
I hope it's true suddenly.
Thank God I've got a small keyboard. You don't know.
Oh, I see. I've got the chat on the stream not visible.
Device type, standalone VR platform, Steam VR, Oculus Home.
What?
Unreleased. Announced in October 21, unreleased.
Let's see.
Retail price $2,400.
the best all-in-one VR headsets. Let me see. You've got the Gen Basic, the Oculus, the Xiaomi, the Pico, the Oculus, the Lenovo, the DVPR, the Vive Focus, and the Pico Interactive. I bet you they all are Android.
Yeah, no doubt.
And
But how do you get stuff on it? Do you have to sideload onto it?
Oh, it's probably Android in 3DOF. So it'll be Google Cardboard compatible.
Oh god, have you seen Pimax's website? It's not good.
There is Viveport as well, isn't there? So
What? Standalone?
Yeah. So the Vive Focus is one of those, and it will run some games on essentially on a PC rather than an Android focused thing. I think they're a bit pony.
Have you tried a Viveport subscription at any point, by the way? It's insane. It's got absolutely everything.
Really? No, I haven't.
Yeah, and it's done like buffet style, so you just,
can eat as much
whilst
as you
you're
want.
subscribed, you can just... Yeah, it's really impressive. Yeah, the Pimax site's quite ropey looking.
The Pimax has one thing going for it, and one thing only, and that is resolution. Everything about the Pimax is arse. They make a huge deal about it, but it's got lousy lenses. I think it's got really, really good field of view, but it's got lousy lenses.
That's the first thing you see when you go to the Pimax site. Let's immersing in metaverse with any headset purchasing. Like a massive space between the apostrophe and the S.
Right.
Bad.
The problem is that, how can I put this? What you're doing here is you're doing top trumps. It has a higher resolution and a high refresh rate. Great. But that's like saying, oh, my Ferrari was 200 miles an hour. Where do you use that? Nowhere, ever, obviously. That's the thing. Having a 12K resolution is pointless because you can't run it. I can barely run my Quest at fucking 1:1, let alone my G2. Like, it's just almost impossible on today's hardware. So it's a nice in theory, and in theory it's future-proof, but in practice it's just not, unfortunately.
It kind of follows along the same logic as every single time people ask me, what kind of GPU should I get? And my response is, well, what's your resolution on your monitor?
Yeah. Well, what GPU should you get?
With the high
What
refresh
GPU?
rate headsets, they use the high refresh for the interpolation. So even if they're not driving the actual render at 200 frames a second, you'll still get the smooth turning.
If it can do reprojection that quickly, yes.
Yeah, well, it better had, otherwise there's no point having it.
No, so no, gee, I also move in the circles of real high-end gamers, not like you and me, normal people, high-end gamers, ones where money is no object. I've got a motion platform, and it is a different type of people. They are people that bitch about the fact they're running 3 4K screens and they can't hit 144 Hz on all of them. Their 3090 is not fast enough. How many can I SLI? What's a faster video card? People are like, that's as fast as it gets. These are the ones that use G2s and Pimaxes, and they're complaining about the fact they can't run everything at ultra max theta. You know, they have to turn the resolution down, you have to turn the anti-aliasing down. I run a 3080 Ti. I cannot run games at maximum resolution on VR, and that's on a G2 and a Quest 2. It's just not possible. I wish it was.
I can't even max out my index on my 6900 liquid cool.
But I mean, even with a 3090 in SLI, you cannot take a G2 and run an even medium detail game at maximum resolution. It's just simply not possible. I wish it was.
Esme, what were you playing earlier on your VR? Hello?
Sorry, who were you asking?
You, what were you playing earlier on VR? Did you try to play anything?
Well, so my Steam VR was stuck open for like a day because I briefly popped in to check my eyesight thing with my glasses, and yeah, it just for some reason didn't shut down, I guess. But it wasn't even in the running process. Discord just thought I was playing it.
I know someone that bought a nice new gaming PC for a couple of grand and a Valve Index a year or so ago, and within a couple of weeks the Index broke. Something to do with where the cable attaches, and they've not touched it since.
Oh,
It makes
wow.
me sad.
You know what? It's been almost 2 years since I got my Index. My cable attachment thing just now broke.
Yeah, but you can break it very quickly and easily by mistake. You know, if you trip over it and you yank it, that's it. It's gone. And that happens.
And apparently they weren't interested in helping her replace it either, so...
They do that through a third party.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
I
reason.
think she gave up too easily, because I would 100% pursue that to resolution myself.
I found that just Velcro strapping the cable to the headset is actually more comfortable.
So then we're up high, with lots of potential energy, and then we spend it all right at the end.
I wish we could just fast forward to the VR we'll have in 10 or 20 years, but I'll just have to wait. Just have to be patient.
Wait, track is not...
I want to play games like SnowRunner in VR. Really immersive.
Yeah.
Really convincing.
I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing. The only thing I can max out right now is pretty much Live for Speed. Like everything else, I have to tone the detail down, which saddens me.
That one's a lot of good fun.
I love
city driving.
I love VR, but I'm definitely over the honeymoon period of where you feel like you're transported to another place now. When I play VR games now, I'm like, I feel like I'm playing VR games, and I want to have that feeling of like.
Even with Zenith.
Okay, I mean, I get your point. Like, okay, bear in mind, just the elephant in the room. Zenith's graphics aren't great, but it's got that kind of like, yeah, I'm exploring another world. Escapism, if that's what you're getting at. But I'm talking about graphical fidelity and that kind of immersion. There's different types of immersion, aren't there? If that's what you're hinting at.
Yeah.
You know, I want VR where you really feel transported to the point where your brain's really struggling to, you forget.
You want escapism.
You're not there. Yeah, I want Better Than Life from Red Dwarf. VR.
I mean, I still do get definitely taken out of it in stuff like No Man's Sky, where I just sort of stop and just look at it all, like genuinely just go wow and drink it all in. I mean,
Space games are good for that.
Yeah, I mean, I like Walkabout Golf, but I'm not like, whoa, I'm really in a weird world playing golf.
You're not.
No. Nope, G, I used.
Yeah, Walkabout's good for it.
Nope, G, I used to work for Codemasters. I worked on a lot of the F1 games.
And Criterion.
And Criterion, yeah, but he's talking about F1. Maybe I can
Yeah, no, Walkabout's good for escapism, because you can reasonably feel like you're walking around, which is why I always insist on walking from each hole to the next hole and not using the teleport, because it really drags you out of the, it kills the suspension of disbelief if you just walk to the next hole, whereas if you have to walk down the little paths and up the steps and things, you can feel more like you've progressed through the map.
I mean,
in my opinion.
I don't use the teleport to next hole, but I do use the teleport movement. But that's a...
Well, Esmea doesn't even do that. She just marches all around her room and bashes into things.
Yes.
Actually, look, I keep saying now the weather's a bit nicer. I'll be taking it outside because I've got a big garden and it's great for room scale stuff. It's great for table tennis, which needs when you're playing someone who's half decent, you need loads more space than you think, because you occasionally have to go diving off sideways like a goalkeeper to catch the ball.
Did you see the video I put in the VR channel of the woman punching and then throwing herself at the wall?
Oh, so many people do that, don't they?
Well,
a lot of people do that.
I'd say I helped set up the VR at the arcade, and we've had to sort of change our games. Like I've seen one woman stride forwards 15 feet and then punch a wall in Gorn.
Yeah.
Like another bloke tried to throw himself into cover in fucking Super Hot, and he just he generally threw himself 15 foot forwards into a wall. Like, it was just we all watch him like, what on earth? But because he threw himself at cover that wasn't there, so he was expecting to be stopped by a virtual wall and got ploughed through it.
But that's when VR's kind of at its best. If you where you try and lean on a table and fall through it, it makes me laugh when that happens, because it's like, yep, just for a second there, my brain forgot where it was, you know?
Yes.
Richie's Plank Experience.
I recently played that did that.
People, you see, the thing is, as an experienced VR user, occasionally you can still do it, which is nice. Richie's Plank Experience, there's loads of videos of people doing that in their living room and diving headfirst into their TV screen.
Have you seen they've just released Wii Sports for the Switch, and there's a whole new generation of people. I don't need the wrist straps, and they're throwing their
Joy-Cons
through the Joy-Cons through the televisions. I hope I've made Shaka's ride slightly more interesting. I don't have table tennis, but Izzard does.
wrist straps.
Do you remember the Discs of Tron game that?
Yeah,
that failed.
it was a Source Engine game.
Yeah, that disappeared. I think that would be perfect for VR. I'd love that.
Yeah, well, there's frisbee golf in that we played in Rec Room. That was all right.
I like real frisbee golf. I do.
Yeah, there's a couple of notable VR table tennis games. There's 11's Table Tennis is very good, and what's the other one? I've got it, so I should know. Oh, Racket Fury. Yeah, Racket Fury and 11, they're both very good.
Good name for a game.
I'm surprised someone hasn't made Racket Fury.
What it is, and to come across earlier, because I've got loads of speed built up for the end of the level. I go down here, right, and then.
So the graphics for the slides, like the thing you're building at the moment,
Yes.
are very nicely done. And you were telling us about this originally being made in assembly.
Yes.
And did that have this?
It's virtually identical apart from the multiplayer and things like improvements to the number of stations you can have in the game. You know, lots of stuff was limited to 256 of a certain thing, but other than that, it's pretty much the same game.
It's kind of insane. I can't imagine how hard it must have been to get that right.
This Chris Sawyer he's just one of those programmers that's just on a different level to other people. He was the guy that initially ported Elite to... Is it PC? I can't remember now. Should know.
a calculator.
Sorry,
So yeah.
No, do you
Go
what
on.
you mean is a
Go ahead.
quest to 2 or 3 days of work? 2 or 3 days of work to what? To install? No, hopefully not.
Yeah, the only thing haven't really liked about roller coaster is kind of fundamental, which is the only having 4 directions. We really would like to be able to rotate it 360, 1 degree increments.
Yeah, I mean there are newer ones that are all in proper 3D, but they do lose a lot of their charm.
Yeah.
No, gee, that entirely depends what you do for a living and what your expenses are. Like, if you're living in McDonald's, if you're working at McDonald's and you are barely making any money, no. I don't know how many VR headsets. 10, 12?
2 to 3 days of work. Depends what responsibilities you've got as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got like a dozen headsets, but I buy those through work. Buy a lot of things through work. Whee, I'm level 31 on the Discord now. How? Oh, I guess the lift chain's broken. I'm not. The lift chain's broken. Well, just before we finish, let's just see who is making the most money. Right, but yeah, I mean, it is 3 days' wages, yes, because you got what 13 times 8 times 3, it's £312, assuming you have no expenses. Yes.
Wait, what's the answer?
What? Sorry.
Wobblers wet slithering.
No, the Credible Hulk is miles ahead because it's a roller coaster.
Oh yeah, Credible Hulk. No.
I don't know what the minimum wage is in Britain because I'm quite old. UK minimum wage is depends on your age, as low as £4.81 and as high as £9.50. But rent is extremely expensive in the UK.
Shouldn't have a minimum wage. Get rid of it.
I think we should, because otherwise companies will just, well, we've already got this situation that companies are paying you less money than you can live on, which is silly.
Who is?
Lots of places.
But they're paying the minimum wage.
Yes, which is outrageous.
Well, that's an argument in favour. But that's an argument in favour of having a higher minimum wage.
Yes. That's what I said, wasn't
it? That's not an argument of... that's different from an argument of having a minimum wage at all.
Ah.
If you have a minimum wage, a lot of companies will only pay minimum wage, in which case you're kind of trapped because you can't... If you get... This is by no means a dead certainty, of course, but there's a theory that if you get rid of minimum wages, then employers have to compete for employees and therefore offer better wages.
As opposed to everyone offering exactly the same thing, yes.
Yeah.
No, I want to say USP, UBI. UBI? Yeah.
Universal Basic Income.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Though I have seen the question asked, my mum asked it, and I was like, don't know. She goes, well, why would people clean toilets then for a living? And I'm like,
have you played Power Wash Simulator?
We already know exactly what's going to happen. If you eliminate minimum wage, what's going to happen is it's going to be exploited to death.
Well, no,
I mean, people will be exploited to death.
No, companies will. Companies will exploit it as much as they can. Because they can.
You mean if they'll exploit what if you get rid of it?
I mean, the argument is that the market will find its balance, but in practice, what happens is people end up working 2 or 3 jobs at below a minimum living wage, and working insane hours. That's the sad result of where we're at.
All right, Esme, what were you saying though? So if you get rid of minimum wage, then companies will do what exactly?
It's going to backfire. All the goodwill that people expect that would happen out of it, that's not going to happen. People, for some reason,
You're saying that they would just charge so little that people will suffer. Sorry, pay so little that people suffer. Right, but then those people would go to jobs that pay more.
If they can, which they won't, because
that's the question. That's the thing right there. If they can,
it's more likely they'll just end up working 2 jobs.
Those people that are exploiting them are going to find every way that they can to make sure that they can.
Yeah. The kind of companies that only pay minimum wage, though, are already not employee focused and will turn the screws in other ways. They'll give them the minimum benefits, the minimum time off, just be shitty employers.
That's you've just described almost every restaurant, pub, and bar job in the UK. That's what they do. Like, they will pay minimum wage and you get nothing. The arcade, for example, they pay a little bit more than minimum wage, but you have to get paid breaks, which is quite unusual. Like when I was in full-time employment, you got sick pay. Fucking sick pay these days just doesn't exist. You're ill, you lose holiday days. And I was like, what? Like, that wasn't there 10 years ago.
Right, so I'm just reading a Wikipedia article on minimum wage. The second sentence is, because minimum wages increase the cost of labour, companies often try to avoid minimum wage laws by using gig workers, by moving labour to locations with lower or non-existent minimum wages, or by automating job functions. So there you go, there's 3 reasons instantly how it damages employee opportunity.
Well, unless it's everywhere. I'm sure the issue there is that it's not...
Well, that's not that might take care of the moving labour elsewhere bit, but it doesn't help with automating job functions. If you can be replaced with a robot.
Well, yeah, but people being replaced with a robot having higher wages is surely even more likely to get them replaced with a robot. Or saving even more money. Well, if I'm earning £5 an hour, as opposed to earning £50 an hour, then I'm less likely to get replaced with a robot. But if I'm earning £50 an hour and you can replace me with a robot, you damn well will.
No, you're joking.
What?
You're because you're a stupid bag of bones and human flesh. You'll complain when you're tired. You'll stop working when you're tired. You'll get sick. You'll be inattentive. Your production will slow down sometimes.
Yeah, but
you might try and unionise.
But the more I cost the company, the more likely they would be to switch me out for a robot if they could. Not the other way around.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Like, minimum wage causes companies to avoid that by replacing people with robots.
Causes people.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a good thing. It's supposed to lead to more luxury for us, but
yeah.
Well, it doesn't lead to more profit for them.
More exploitation.
Yeah, we want to be like in Wall-E, just floating around watching TV all day and slurping cocktails with little umbrellas in them.
Is that not what you do?
Who?
You.
Well, in my free time, yeah.
I mean, earlier I pretended to wash some stuff with Rob just in the middle of the day.
Yeah, the issue with that is, as I've said before, I've got real life things that need cleaning, and whilst I really enjoy Power Wash Simulator, I always have a nagging sensation that I'm not actually cleaning anything in real life.
You wait till the VR version comes out, you'll be gone then.
Yeah. Why haven't you washed the car yet? Because I'm busy playing Power Wash Simulator.
No achievements for that. Wait, do you have a snow foam cleaner for your car?
No, I don't. I don't wash my car.
That's why. My car. If you had a snow foam cleaner, you'd be like, well, it's nice. I'm going to snow foam the car because it's so awesome. It's so satisfying.
No. car goes through the car wash. That's fine.
Yeah, that's because you don't have a snow foam cleaner.
That's not because I just don't want to spend any time thinking about it. 2 minutes, wang it through the machine. Job's good. And
Again, if you had a snow foam cleaner, like I've had people come around my house and we've washed their car because it's so awesome. Snow foam cleaning is unbelievably good fun. It really is, I promise.
did you like that, Spear? You can use that phrase.
It's a real phrase. I didn't even blink twice when he said it. Anyway,
She got on mute because she's laughing at us.
to be fair, we had a lot of wang machines at college and we used to giggle at those. Nope, G, that's not his car, so he doesn't give a shit that he's ruining the paintwork.
What isn't my car?
Your lease car that you're putting through the
No.
hole.
My car doesn't have paintwork. It's got plastic panels.
What's on top of the plastic panels?
No, it's fine. Nothing comes off. Absolutely fine in the car wash.
Ignore him, he doesn't speak for all of us. Like anyone who likes the look of their car.
Your car's got plastic wrap that would come off in a car wash.
I own a DA polisher, so that speaks enough.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't come off. It wouldn't come off, but it would make a fucking mess of it. Like, but
Yeah, you wouldn't put yours through a car wash.
the thing is, I have
A
multiple
lot of people
cars.
wouldn't.
Well, my Impreza is an old car. My Impreza's paintwork is fucking awesome because it's an old
Like
car.
a centimetre thick.
Yeah, like new cars have horrendous paint job. Like it's so thin. Ooh, cash machine.
Well, you see, it has to do with all the VOCs and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the paint's awful to lick and everything. I'm just gonna make one more comment before we finish up tonight. Just about to save it. You can tell this game is old from one simple way. Well, two. One, it has a cash machine, dating it a bit. Two,
Is it, can I guess?
Go
Does
on,
it do £1 notes?
you can't levy a charge for people taking money out the cash machine.
Oh, does it do £1 notes as well?
Let's
Remember
just
those?
assume it does. I do not.
When I got my first bank account, I would quite often have less than £5 in my account, and I could take £4 out of the cash machine.
Oh, they were green, weren't they? Yes. I remember that £1 notes existed, but I couldn't picture one. Anyway, you can have that. It's free. £1.
Americans don't have $1 coins. That's weird.
Yes, we do.
Oh, have you got? When did you get those?
In the 90s.
What?
Oh, okay. You didn't used to have them, right?
We also had silver dollars stretching way back to, what, 1800?
Do you mean the Skagagawea dollar, or the American Silver Eagle, or the Susan Anthony B dollar? What are you talking about? Like, yes, you have. Like, yes, you have. I don't understand. The American Silver Eagle was minted between 1986 and the present day. You've never had a gap with no dollar coins.
We have dollar bills as well, right?
Yes,
Yes.
dollar bills, y'all.
Okay.
No, gee, I've got a Type R Impreza. I've got a picture of it. I should probably get pictures of my stuff on the internet to show people, but I don't because I'm not very organised. Now I have a two-door Type R. It is glorious and I love it, and I'm probably getting rid of it because the Tesla is so much faster. Not a little bit faster, ridiculously faster. Like mind-bogglingly and incredibly faster, and I love taking my petrol head friends out in the Tesla and sticking my foot down and listening to them swear. Yeah, that's my Impreza. Var. 2 doors.
Is it a $2 coin?
It's a Model 3 Performance with the infinite improbability drive upgrade and a fancy wrap. But yeah, it's weird. This car on the left, 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds, 1,050 kilos. I'm British, I mix up my units and sentences. 1,800 kilos, 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. It's so quick. It's just so quick.
Are they going to get rid of 1 penny pieces?
Oh, really? I miss Haley.
I don't know. I thought they were. I thought they were getting rid of the 1p coin.
Anyway, we shall come back to this same time next week. Thank you for joining us, Note. Always good to have people to chat. No, it's a performance, not a plaid. We don't get those in the UK. You pretty much have to import them. They've stopped doing them. So it's the Model 3 Performance, not 60 in 3.1 seconds is the important number.
The plaid is the S anyway, isn't it? Or is there a Model 3 plaid?
No, there's no Model 3 plaid. It's an S, but they don't do S's and X's over here. They've stopped them entirely. There are some, like hen's teeth.
Do we not want them then?
They can't make them. They can't make them fast enough. Like, Tesla make more cars than anybody else. Their factories are still going flat out, and they literally can't make enough.
Right, but they're making 3s because they're common as muck. So
yeah, but that's
we're not getting S's over here.
That's a different factory. So Shanghai make Model 3s and Model Ys. Berlin make Model 3s and Model Ys, but only the Fremont factory. God, I'm a nerd. Only the Fremont factory makes the S's and the X's.
Just realised.
Yeah, well, yeah. Right, I will save it and see you all Friday night for whatever we're doing instead of Carry Command.